Oh my god! Oh, get me out of here! Continue dropping out the Reavers right in front on the front lines here. Beautiful Storm on the back of the play goes off onto actually everything.
Oh, this could.
Reavers getting focused down, still dealing a lot of damage. Even if all they do is kill turrets, that's fine. Yeah, we still don't have +1 done for them yet, so I feel like maybe you hold off for a second, but there we go. You see +1 hit right as that volley came off. Oh, look at those Yamatos.
Nuclear launched.
Hey, welcome back to BSL, everybody. I'm Rapid with Nyokin once again. We're here, quarantined together, while you guys are. I guess if you're in America, you're probably not watching this live. But if you are, shout out to those real quarantine hours, wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in to the BSL. We've got more games today.
We do. We got TT1. We got the legend Zeke back.
That's
we
right.
got the BSL legend True Touch. We got South Americans Hope, Ultra, rounding out the group.
That's true. And I don't know what to expect from this group because we've got the double TTs, okay? We got TT1 and TT2, True Touch, down there at the bottom. And I mean, having this guy, I remember when Nogrim was playing in Gosu League. I'm like, really? Because obviously, like, Nogrim was like very, very strong player for basically forever. Crushes it, gets to the final. I'm like, wow, easy. Didn't you play him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say you played him in the final there. I was like, what are these guys? What are Nyokin and Nogrim doing in Gosu League? It's just not fair. That's how I feel about True Touch in Pro League. He basically kind of smurfs on people. So he didn't make it to the top 4 because he got 3-1'd by Bonnet in the round of 8 last season. And so now he's exacting his unholy Polish revenge on the entirety of the bracket. So now he's in Group B. And seems like a pretty big favorite to make it out of the group, right?
Well, you think so, but TT1's really good. Zeke's supposed to be the legend of Europe. You know, I didn't see him play, really.
Supposedly.
So,
yeah.
I mean, those are 2 people that could potentially knock him out. I'm thinking back to, was it America versus Europe? This was a long time ago. But I think TT1 knocked out True Touch. So, you never know. It's not guaranteed that True Touch gets in.
We need TT1 to confirm or deny that.
TT1?
Yeah. If TT1's in the chat, then that's a spoiler, though,
It's a
right?
spoiler.
Okay, so no spoilers allowed.
Well, if he's in the chat right now and it's only been like 5 minutes since BSL's gone live, then we know that we're into a super fast
Then
day.
you know. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not expecting fast games from TT1, but you know, I've seen this guy build 12 Nexus before, so you really never know what you're going to get when you walk through that door. It's going to be an exciting group. Keep in mind that we've got groups B today, and then C and then D next weekend, which actually may be the best groups ever. I don't know, but pretty excited for today. I would say that TT1 really surprised a lot of people, making it all the way to the top 4 last season. True Touch surprised a lot of people by being eliminated before the round of 4 last season. So we want to see things return to normal, or maybe some more crazy upsets. TT1's done it before. Can he do it again? Ultra, like you said, you can see he's playing here against TT1 to start things out, is a super good player, but he's never advanced beyond the round of 16. So this is where his run usually ends. Let's see if he can make it a little bit farther, because if he can, that's a big step forward for him. For TT1, he's just trying to live up to his performance from last season.
Yeah, Ultra alternating round of 16, round of 24. So if we go back on past performances, he's supposed to end here. But he's very good.
Yeah.
You know, I never know about TT1. In season 6, he made round of 24 and then boosted all the way to the semifinals.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. I think Ultra's got his work cut out for him with TT1, because TT1's really good. Like in the past, like in the 10 years ago when I'm thinking about the TT1, he's not the TT1 of today, because TT1 today is a killer. Like he's had games where he's killed Snow in PvP. I'm like, what?
How do you do it?
Yeah, how do you do it?
What?
So when he's on, he's really on. So it's going to be really hard for Ultra, I think.
Well, in theory, Ultra's best matchup is versus Protoss, and for TT1, maybe not versus Terran, at least 4-4. So I'm interested in not only watching these games, but I just want to watch more games on my new favorite map, Monte Cristo. Okay, I was looking up the deets to it yesterday. I don't know how long it's going to take people to really sort of figure this map out. Obviously, it used to be played a long time ago, like 11 years ago, but we're back in 2020. The game has changed, and I have no idea what's happening here. But let's see what happens as we get into our first game of the night. It's Ultra versus TT1, best of 3 to advance on to the winners match in Group B, BSL9. Okay, here we are in the upper left-hand corner of the 2-player map Monte Cristo, playing, it's pink, right? I can't tell the difference between pink and purple.
Yeah, it looks pink.
Okay. Okay, now it's red. Aha! This is our Protoss player, TT1.
And we've got in the bottom right, the blue Terran, who's already going to have to deal with some Protoss shenanigans. It is Ultra. We've got Proxy Gate. This is so fast, this might be a 7-gate.
A 7-gate. Are you even allowed to build gateways that doesn't BSL have rules again? He's like, what is he looking for? I don't know. I mean, he's obviously not looking for something, but I think he just didn't know the pathing through the middle of the map or something.
Yeah, he might. It's not like he probably played this map often. You know, it's not a ladder map. You're gonna have to ask for people to come play with you. So, I think this is actually a complete wall because we were listening to. Or we were reading the details.
Right. And so the eggs help it be a complete wall with 2 buildings.
Yes. So this 7-gate might already be in trouble, but because of it being proxied, he's probably going to just harass this SCV forever. And because of that, Ultra might get tilted and just put down the barracks flat out wherever he can possibly put it down. He needs a wall, though.
I was going to say,
the wall.
You can actually, in ASL finals earlier, we saw a drone keep a barracks from landing for like 25 seconds. It's the pylon. Actually, I was worried that probe was going to get glitched out on the SCV and then die. But as is, you can see he can't build a complete wall. And I think at this point, you already know something's up, right?
Yeah, you're never pylon blocking a wall. So you would already think that something's up. You would gas steal the Terran, because that's the most important thing. So the fact that he's already gotten pylon blocked at his nat, I'd be really worried. But what's Ultra going to do? Pull SCVs that far away? Look how far the nat is to pull.
Well, what's interesting is that he actually... okay, so I thought the pylon actually contributed to the wall, but it doesn't. It's obviously blocking.
Is that a full wall?
It is.
No, I think the Zealot runs around the side.
You think
back
so?
Behind the minerals.
Oh, behind the minerals. Yeah, I think you can actually do that.
Oh, well, we can't lose this probe. If he puts up a shield battery, Ultra's in mega trouble.
I mean, that's what you do, right?
Can he get through? It looks like it's already glitching.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think that the depot. Oh, no, okay. So he can go behind.
He can't.
Oh, you can't. How is that a wall on the top?
Oh, we're tilted.
Why is he attacking the pylon?
Well, it supply blocks TT1. I mean,
I guess it does.
It's obviously not a huge deal.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
he's one of supply, but yeah, basically.
Oh, was there an SCV sitting in the back?
It was.
Was that what was actually keeping him from getting in?
No. It's only buildings. It's static structures that change unit AI pathing, but unit blocking pathways doesn't change.
Look at how mad he is. He's taking out the egg. He's so tilted.
Yeah, this is definitely a tilter for sure. The fact that barracks blocks on top is disgusting to me.
That is it.
How does that even work?
Oh, he's pissed. Look at that range on that Zealot. I thought that Zealot had 0 range.
How did he kill the Marine?
He just hit him straight through the wall.
Is the Marine part of the wall? What? At this point, yeah, he wants to kill the egg to break through, but those...
He builds a bunker.
I love that you can... What kind of wall is this? You tune into the game now and you're just like, what happened? These are images that precede legendary events or something like that. How... Well, look, Terrans will do anything to win.
I'm looking at Ultra's build. There's still no gas being mined. There's still no command center. So actually, even though this has been denied, TT1's not even that far behind. He's down a probe.
Well, okay. Let me just tell you about the build order here for TT1. It's like, okay, first I like proxy 7 or 8 gateway them, and then I just build a nexus behind it. That's the build order.
That's standard protocol.
Hell yeah, dude.
And the funniest part is we were talking yesterday about how the tanks don't have vision. Remember Dandy was pushing and he didn't have vision, so it really wasn't going to deal a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
The Goon can sit here and actually kill those depots, but now I think Ultra realizes that, so you see him put a forward bunker ahead. So that's not going to happen now, but that's 200 minerals that are wasted. So
wait, how do you get the Marines into the forward bunker?
You can go through
Oh,
the depots.
oh yeah, they're right. I keep thinking they're like zealots or something fat and stupid like that.
But still,
Sorry for zealot sheep.
Ultra still has no factory, so everything is super delayed. His command center isn't even up as fast as the Nexus for TT1, so TT1's recovering very nicely. So what is TT1 really going to do after this? Almost every single Protoss these days goes Reaver. If you see anything else, it's very uncommon. But he could go to base Arbiter, he could go to base Carrier. I don't think TT1 realizes that he's actually even or ahead now, because when you 7-gate, you're thinking like, man, I better deal some damage, otherwise I'm behind.
Right.
And he did no damage.
But look at what that wall is. Like, I mean, it doesn't cost very much to build those depots. I mean, it does, but he would have built them anyway. Double bunkers is a little bit of an investment, but I don't know if maybe he built some like extra Marines. I don't know. But the speed at that Nexus came down is actually pretty fast. So I think it'll actually even out with a slight edge towards TT1, but every Terran in the world just wants to be left alone on 2 bases. That's like the kid whose parents ground him, but he's got like 5 video game systems in his room. So I'm just like, well, is that really even a punishment? I don't know. I think things are probably going to even out.
Well, Protoss poked up with a goon and saw there's a second bunker. If I was Protoss and saw there's a second bunker,
You're just going
that
Reaver.
means that the factory was delayed. If you felt obligated to build a second bunker because you're not going to have a tank in time, then I know your tech is mega delayed. I would take another Nexus as TT1 or something abusive, like whether it's a Stargate. We do see double gate. I think this is kind of overreaction here because there's no way Ultra can attack. Of course, we have full vision. There's only one factory up. There's no tanks out. There's an armory coming up. He's just protecting super hard. TT1 could get away with a 1-gate double expand here. We do see Observer. I don't see Support Bay, which is a little bit surprising. But this is okay. He's just going to come in here and see exactly what Ultra is doing. And I think from what I remember with Ultra, he likes to do timing. So I'm expecting to see 3 or so more factories pretty soon.
Man, yeah, I totally agree. I would have loved to see Reaver here. We were actually just watching some of the G's Weekly, which is going on right now. It's another tournament, and Bonneth was playing Scan in the first round of that, or second round maybe. And Bonneth went like 1 or 2 base Reaver into Carrier. It was disgusting, and his Reaver did so much damage. A similar location. It was on La Mancha, but the idea is the same. You can really bust through these big chunky walls up there. What is that pylon for?
That's to scout some drops.
Aha!
Because if we don't go, like if we double bunker because we're skipping tank, or if we're double bunkering because we're building a starport, drop could come in. This is gonna potentially scout it. So I think this is a cute pylon position. And also because players don't play this map this often, it's likely Ultra just sends up in that direction.
That's true.
Not even thinking about it, and he may just waltz over it by accident. So here we go. We do have a scout from TT1. Actually, Ultra is going into the more passive style of 2-1. He's not going to go for a timing. And this is a map where you can actually split. There's like 5 bases on each side for each player.
Yeah. And the temples in the middle actually block off quite a bit of real estate because you have to go all the way around them instead of just being able to cut right through the middle of the map. So I'm curious to see whether or not those get cleaned out. Excuse me, because it seems like neither player really wants to do anything right now. You got a 3rd base coming down for Protoss. Terran is locked inside his base right now, just teching up. And neither player really is looking to do much. What's that tech on the way? Oh, he's going Goliath range. Okay.
He's got Goliath range. He's got a 3rd factory coming in. He's got science facility coming up. TT1 came in here and saw it was only 2 fact with upgrades and saw the starport. So he knows Terran's going for a 2-1 style. Because of that instant 3rd base for him, actually, it looks like Ultra may be going for some type of 2-base 2-1. Because I don't see a command center anywhere.
Yeah.
He may actually get an add-on to his starport and go drop and take bottom middle. But islands are so hard to defend versus recall. I find that unlikely. But I still don't see a command center, and we're approaching 9 minutes. Usually you're building a command center around 7 minutes or so. We'll factor in the zealot harassment, so maybe like 8:30. But there's still no command center, so it makes me feel like we might be seeing that 7-fact 2-1 that Flash had been doing a long time ago.
He did just build 2 more factories. Let's see if... okay, so he's going to try to push up here. I mean, obviously there's a siege tank there, so you can't get too much done. The scan did not reveal too much for Ultra, and so I think TT1. Oh, he's going stasis. Okay, I thought he was just gonna go recall and just end it, but he's going stasis first. Our Arbiter is on the way. Third base just now coming up for TT1, and I think everything else is, I don't know, kind of copacetic. When I guess both players are really taking a seat back, but is this 2-1 timing really going to be that strong for Ultra?
Ultra's command center just started being built, so he's going to have the 2-1 timing with like third base coming up, I guess. But this really looked like, at least to TT1, like a 7-fact timing, since there was no command center for so long.
Yeah.
We do have Ultra taking bottom middle. This is going to be so hard to defend versus Arbiters. Of course, if he can get it up. Then we've got 4 gas, since he's going to be taking top right. You're going to have to spend so much resources to defend this also. This seems like a very difficult base to take. And we know that TT1 already has an Arbiter coming, or it's already out. So he's going to have recall pretty soon. And because he's taking top right at the same time, how's he really ever going to balance defending top right while also defending bottom middle?
Yeah.
Seems very, very hard to do.
Yeah, I don't think he has recall yet. He just finished stasis, and his second Arbiter is on the way. So I think it'll be actually a while before these arbs like really kick in. Big question mark for me is the middle of the map here. You can see all of TT1's units glitching out because they want to path through the middle. That's going to keep happening the longer the game goes on. So he might just want to clear that out.
Ultra's running to the third base. Is there a cannon? Oh, here we go. Stasis is going to come on these tanks.
Oh god, that's such a sick stasis.
He didn't. He didn't hit it. The Goliath just killed the
Arbiter. Wait, what?
But it's still okay because the tanks are way out in front. They're all going to die. But meanwhile, the Vulture harassing at mid-left. What's going on there?
There's one cannon. It actually did kill at least a couple of Vultures. Can't repair with probes. The probes are actually not surrounding the stationary Vultures to kill them, which is a little bit strange because, I mean, they could have just killed them. He's also not pulling the probes, fearing that the lost mining time would be worse than just losing the probes. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, he does kill a probe or two, but that was actually deceptively strong harass. I can't believe he got that much damage done.
Yeah, he actually killed a decent amount there, yet TT1 is still up 40 supply, and he wiped out like 5 tanks, and Ultra built the command center at bottom middle. This is not the command center that was at top right that he floated down there, I don't think. And now he's trying to take top right at the same time, and he lost all of his tanks. This is going to be another huge blunder fight by Ultra, losing all of his tanks again.
He just keeps sieging them right in front of this big wall, and even though it's, you know, you're losing Zealots, I mean, you trade Zealots or tanks any day of the week. So he keeps running up, killing 3 or 4 tanks, and then running back, and even though there is no 6 stasis, you know, he's still getting a lot of tank kills, which is what every Protoss player in the world wants.
Well, Ultra does have the command center up. He ends building SCVs down at bottom middle. He needs to ferry over a few SCVs to bottom middle. So he needs to mine that out ASAP if we're actually going to mine it. But he really needs to kill this wall at his entrance badly because it is bottlenecking. All of his units are funneling out literally one at a time.
Yeah.
There they go again, one at a time. He's just going to get these picked off probably. It's only 3 Vultures and 3 tanks sitting there. I'm actually a little bit surprised TT1 didn't go for it, but he's just going to back off for now. He knows he's got a huge lead picking off so many tanks. He's up 40 supply. 2-1 is done for Ultra. 3-2 coming in, but TT1 taking a 4th base. But Ultra also has a 4th base, and TT1 is unaware of it. He feels pretty good denying mid-right for so long that he doesn't even suspect bottom middle, I don't think.
Yeah, I guess that's the biggest thing because the base is pretty undefended. I will say that somehow Ultra has a 10 to 15 worker lead. He's on 72 SCVs. I don't even know how to build that many SCVs. Okay, guys? This is crazy town. And even though he's going to lose most likely this kind of vulnerable base. Oh, disgusting. Okay, that's the 6 stasis, guys. I knew it was happening, just didn't know when. And so everything here is just going to get completely wiped out. Actually, the gateway is still powered, which is kind of interesting. Like, okay, well, I'm going to put my base next to your base. You don't want to overextend here, but if you can pick off that command center, that would be pretty big.
And because there's 20 less workers for TT1, this is almost like a max army versus Ultra's 120 supply. There's just so much Protoss. Zealot bomb onto the tanks, but there's only 1 tank. I think Ultra just dies here. We don't have anything. There's mass Vultures.
Okay, well,
tanks.
Not if we lose all of our Dragoons to mines and tank fire. What are those tanks doing? They're just walking around on the... Okay, they're going to siege, but it's sieging on low ground. I mean, TT1 probably wants to pull back maybe now, but...
Okay, he's still going.
He's like, there's tanks there. I can kill him.
He's gonna push in, I think, but he's losing so many goons.
Yeah.
He lost so many goons.
His macro also slipped a little bit. I thought he already had recall, but he doesn't. So he's just going to finish that right now. Now, yeah, I think you're right. He doesn't actually know about bottom middle. So he might have thought that that trade he just made to kill that base was a lot more important.
Yeah, and with bottom middle actually up and running, and it's decently saturated, this is huge for Ultra. The longer the game goes, the more he can mine it out. You know, a potential base that TT1 doesn't know about. TT1, he's in a good position still. He's still up 30 supply with a 7. Okay, Zealot bomb, but it's gonna get almost picked up.
Well.
It's so low, but it does manage to find an opening at the bottom, and now this base is gonna be shut down.
Yep.
Those SCVs just got unloaded by that dropship. Shuttle's gonna go down, but that's fine.
Build bunkers to save the SCVs in.
More tanks gonna get picked off here. This is great by TT1. He's hitting his upgrades too. I think these goons have +2 weapon, so they're really hitting hard. Arbiter's still alive.
Where's our
There's
stasis?
a stasis on those high ground tanks. Look what Ultra actually has to defend. 2 tanks.
That's it. Out. Okay, wow. TT1 coming out with what was, I guess, a weird start to the game, right? With that proxy into blocking the wall at the very beginning. But then I feel like that wall actually kind of maybe hurt Ultra a little bit, because you can see TT1 just drops the Nexus, macros his little Protoss heart out, and comes back in. He even found that base there at the very end, so you know the game's super done. What a game.
Yeah, the wall was nice from Ultra, saving him in the beginning, but then actually just really killing him at the end. The bunker and the depots both creating a wall.
Well, he
couldn't
also
get out
just
at
had
all.
such a hard time getting out of his natural. That was, even without the wall, I'm just like, this map might have some issues for Terran, which we may see compound as the games go on. But I'm glad that it's the first one. It's not the second one, because we changed maps. The next one is going to be whiteout. So, you know, usually when I see Terrans lose and then pick their next map, it's not whiteout.
No,
In general, Terrans do not like to have that map played. The middle is very scary. The edge is also very scary. I don't know what are the redeeming qualities of whiteout for Terran players, Nyoken?
You don't have to move very far to get your third base. That's it.
Okay,
really.
that base might die, but you know you can get it.
At least it's
pretty
right
quick.
there.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe that's the thought process, right? Ultra is 1 game away from being sent down to the losers match, and vice versa. TT1, 1 game away from going up to our winners match. The map is whiteout, so let's go ahead and get started with our second game, our first best of 3 of Group B, round of 16 of BSL Season 9. All right, at the bottom of the map, whiteout. In the red, playing Protoss from Canada, it's TT1.
And in the blue at the mid left, he's down 0-1. It is Ultra. I would love to see a 7-gate again, the diagonal top left.
Oh,
It's only a 3-player map, so you know you're going to find him quickly.
Yeah, you
that
can
would have
play
been
the
awesome.
50-50.
Yeah.
Only bad thing is you can't build in the middle. You got those pesky trees there. Also, isn't the entire center between the bridges just unbuildable terrain? I think it is, right? Because otherwise you could just put turrets in the trees.
Oh, no, yeah, you can't build there.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was
If you
talking
could build
about.
there, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, well,
I want 12 Nexus. Why? Because it's a 3-player map. You're going to get scouted fast. So why would Terran ever expect you to 12? They would. So I want to see it.
these are the mind games TT1 plays. I'm watching. Okay, we haven't built anything but probes and a pylon here so far. I'm waiting.
No, it's not going to do it. It'd be too risky. Terrans are getting much better at stopping 12 Nexus. It'd be very risky, but I would have liked it. Let's see what Ultra goes for. Is it going to be gasless? Is it going to be standard 12 gas? It's not going to be a wall this time. We know that 100% because the depot's in the back of the base. Looks like it's just going to be standard 12 gas timing, unless he's doing a weird in-base racks with low ground CC. And TT1, you know, he likes Zealots and PVZ. We'll have to see if he's going to try and put on some Zealot harassment here. We know he did with the 7-gate, but that's what's expected. Usually I see him build like one Zealot PVT, and with the depot already out of position, a little worried for Ultra. It's even not next to the command center either, which is another good way to micro your Marines around versus Zealots.
Yeah, I think the Marine micro looked pretty good in game 1 because they just sat between the depots, the front. It's like, well, you can't actually bust this wall. That sucks. But pourquoi, because it's French Canadian. Is that pylon doing there? Oh, the SCV. He scouts the dastardly probe, but he doesn't actually know that pylon is down there. So he actually might do a count here and miss the pylons.
Yeah, he might, but the main is so wide, he's gonna go and probably scout the rest of his base and look for the pylon. Now, building the pylon behind the mineral line is actually very, very smart. I face it a lot on ladder, and it does freak me out. I'm like, okay, where is it, man? I know you're hiding something. And then you go to the natural, and you like just barely miss it, and then you watch the replay, and it's like right there. It doesn't even have to have a citadel or anything. It's just like, how did you hide it there? Now, yeah. Ultra, if I have this experience on ladder, he should also have the same experience, but he's actually he's going outside of the base, and he's going to be looking for proxy robo probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's what this looks like. Either proxy robo, maybe proxy DT, but yeah, the robo, the SCV is like, if I just hug this wall, they'll never find me.
Is he stuck?
I think it was actually stuck because he tried to pull it back, but he didn't mineral walk it, so it just glitched against the Dragoon.
Well, what is Ultra's response going to be now? It's instantly back on gas because he thinks he's getting one base. So this is already a huge win for TT1. As long as he doesn't die to like an FD, is his cybernetic spinning? Okay, it is spinning. It's hard to actually see here. So he's got range coming in. So this is already good. He's not cutting goons. So when Ultra moves out with FD, which is what it looks like, because he thinks that this is DT, I guess, or Reaver, TT1's going to be in a good position as long as he can shut this down. He's got his Nexus coming up. He's probably going to follow up with at least one more gate, the 2-gate Robo follow-up or 3-gate follow-up, depending on what he thinks Ultra's doing. Ultra should have had something down on the low ground by now.
I wish that he had had a second SCV out of the map to just come down and scout the Nexus timing. He saw when he left that there wasn't a Nexus coming up, but now he just has no info. So this is going to be a dark, scary map. And definitely a slower expansion than what he would like. Yeah, look, he thinks he's about to get completely busted on, but instead, he actually has nothing to worry about.
Yeah, so he's going to move down here with standard FD. It's actually got a couple more Marines than usual. Usually it's 5. This is 7 because he actually has another one coming with 8. But there's 3 goons, and they're so strong. There's also no mines just yet. Look at it, TT1 focus down these Marines, but it's not the magic number of 4. Oh, 1 goon gets caught.
Uh-oh, and he's not actually microing them as well as he should.
Oh, no!
Lose another one.
Oh,
did that get glitched against the tree or something? I don't know. He's only got 1 Dragoon left. He did see the push and start to stop it. Oh, no! Oh, my God. If he loses this next Dragoon, that is a tragedy. Just click back home, dude. Oh, my gosh. He has almost nothing to defend this Nexus.
He canceled the Nexus.
What?
He has to. It's going to get killed. There's going to be mine set up. The second gate was after the Robo, so he actually doesn't have any units. But now Ultra should be very worried. Like, dude, there's no Nexus here either. You have no units. Is there tech?
Why? Is he just dead? He has 2 fighting units.
The funniest part here was if TT1 had hidden a Robo,
he's so far ahead.
Where
right now.
his Ultra's units? They're right here. He can make a trouble.
Yeah,
I mean, catches the tank.
Okay, if he can glitch the tank
it's still
there,
firing.
but it can fire it. I mean,
oh, it's stuck. It's stuck. But he gets the tank. I mean, that's the saving grace here. But observers coming out, he canceled the Nexus. Ultra's command center is like 50% of the way along now, or even farther along. And there's still vultures in your base. I don't see an observer out just yet, but it should be coming pretty soon.
I mean, I guess, but he's gonna get probe kills with this one
it just
vulture.
Started.
Oh, and there's another vulture in here too. Ugh. This just feels gross.
This is game-ending damage.
6 kills on that vulture, maybe 7. And he's got another one. His entire base is so mined up. The vulture or the Dragoon can't even just run around.
It's different if TT1 had gone Reaver or something here and could instantly go for a counter.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's stuck with Observer Goon versus a Terran that has a command center done, there's no Nexus at all. He's got 2 facts up. He can go into siege mode. what does TT1 do here? I feel like he's got a double expand, pray that Ultra sits in his base, doesn't go for a timing. But with the second factory, it looks like he's just going to build up a tank count slowly. I'd like to see an academy so you can come and see what Protoss is doing and gauge whether, okay, should I do a timing here? Did this guy double expand? Is he going like 2 base arbor? What exactly is he doing? That is what TT1's going for. He's going for the double nexus. He's got to catch up somehow. But if we have Comsat here and we scan the space or see it any sort of way, we're instantly putting down 5-fac, 6-fac, and just going to kill Protoss. Protoss will have nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he's got tons of minerals that can't fight back. So, well, he's getting siege mode, which is maybe step number 1. Where's the production? I guess he only has a couple of factories up there, so he hasn't gone for like a big factory explosion or anything like that to indicate that he wants to be super aggressive. This is hitting, like I said before, siege mode is done, so oh no, a little bit of damage, but I mean, the tanks will be there to protect the FTVs repairing, so all this is going to fix itself.
Be careful, he's just out of range. He's going to lose a goon. Bye, goon. Oh,
Whoa, second Dragoon survives, but either way, like I said, totally airtight defense. And back at home, what's the play here? We just double expanded, so I mean, hopefully that's going to help TT1 kind of rubber band back, but I mean, Ultra has to know that TT1 has no units.
Yeah, Ultra's actually giving a gift to TT1 by building the starport a little bit. The starport could have been a factory. We could have had 5 going. This is probably going to be for drops. There's the add-on. So dropship is also same gas as a factory. So TT1 is getting his best opportunity to get back into this game. It's kind of the middle of the road build, 4-fact, starport. It's not like Ultra built a fast command center either. So if we have like a pylon ring outside of our base, maybe we can see the drop coming in. Vultures don't deal a lot of damage if we get them with goons. This is how TT1 get back in the game. He's still down 10 probes though. He's picking off vultures. This is what he needs to get back. So this is a real gift from Ultra here. TT1, but he needs to make sure that he doesn't take critical damage to this drop though, because he doesn't know it's coming. I see a little red dot on the map. It's just out of range of the starport.
Tried to catch the SCV moving out into the middle of the map. I think he actually will get it. Yeah, he just picked it off there with some other Dragoons. So TT1 is doing an excellent job cutting off all vision on the map for Ultra. So right now, Ultra doesn't know anything. He doesn't know about the double expand. And actually, I mean, is it fair to say that TT1 is like macroed his way back into this game?
He has definitely macroed his way back into the game, but he's not out of the water yet. He needs to get Citadel. He needs to get speed because 5-fact is coming. It's mega delayed because of the starport, but Ultra can still get a lot of damage done with this tank and vultures because I see TT1 consistently sending goons across the map. There's nothing in the main. The pylons that we needed at the bottom side of the map are not there. They're on the outskirts of his base, but it's too late. And now Ultra's actually going to push out at the same time while getting dropped. This is great.
Well, this is obviously going to do quite a bit of damage. Imagine a siege tank shot right in the middle of there. Oh god, here it comes, here it comes. Oh, he's pulling. Oh, that's a pretty good one. 4 kills off of that one volley. Mines in the lines. And that is not going to be easy to clean up. All the Dragoons coming home, and they actually have to do that over a minefield, which is already popping Dragoons. There's bolsters that ran all the way around into the natural expansion, and all of a sudden, Ultra is everywhere. More mines going off. He can't get back. Where's he going?
There's no observer in sight. All the goons died. There was like 5 goons that died to mines. Now vultures are even running into the main. We're down to 18 probes for TT1.
Where'd our probes go?
There's absolutely no econ for him despite having 3 base. So Ultra's going to even up the series 1-1. There's no way that TT1 can hold this. He has mass goons versus, mass tank vulture. There's also a lot of tank vulture. It's like 8 now.
I mean, he's chasing the tanks back single file, so at least he's stopping them from being sieged. He killed all the vultures.
We can't fight here, Ultra. What are we doing?
Wait, what? He's just going to bulldog on top of the tanks. Oh my god! Wait a second!
No! This is
Wait
the
a
only way!
second! Hold the fun!
At least TT1, or at least Ultra still has 5 facts and he still has his wall, so the game's gonna go on, but that was so over eager to just position right there.
Why do you siege your tanks when you see the shuttle following them? Like, you know what's going to happen there.
Look at the SCVs at the net on the gas. There's like, okay, there was like 7 on the gas, but yeah, he was just way out of position there. And now I realize TT1 still has 25 probes, but now that he's wiped out 5 tanks again, just like on Monte Cristo, it resets the tank count. Terran never feels confident moving out with 4 tanks in this specific scenario, not versus Mass Goon. So this buys TT1 time again. Another vulture drop coming across. This time, there's actually goons in position. If he stops this, TT1's gonna slowly crawl back. Look at the supply, 71 to 88. That's all in worker count too.
Yeah, you're right. How many Dragoons do you need to 2-shot shuttles? It's 3, right? Or is it 4?
I think it's 4. It's also 4. 4 is the magic number for just everything.
Yeah.
Here we go. Drops coming in.
They're out of position. I mean, they're still there, but he's going to get a full unload, and it's vultures, so the mines are just... Okay, well, he has an observer right there, and he actually is going to sandwich these vultures, so they're not actually going to get that much damage done. So a good reaction in the end for TT1. He reclaims his base and doesn't take catastrophic damage. I mean, look, he's still on 30 workers, so we've got to keep pumping. But he does have more Nexi, and he actually should be looking to maybe take a 4th base here in the maybe near future. Because actually, I think the army counts are pretty similar.
The army counts are not bad. I do like that TT1 does have speed and zealots coming, so he's actually got an army that can get on top of the tanks. Obviously, he's still in a lot of trouble. He's down 25 workers. But he's got a better army right now. If he can get out a few more zealots, there's still not that many tanks because he picked off 5 of them. Imagine if we have 5 tanks here. That's almost a full control group.
You just move out
of tanks. We just probably a move. But Ultra again is in kind of a vulnerable position. We still got shuttle that can go for a shuttle bomb. I only saw 3 Goliaths there. And we do have about 12 more zealots, so they can easily run into that position. Ultra, how much damage can it do? Looks like something's happening on the map that's preventing TT1 from actually
Nothing's happening on the map.
He's going for a bomb. He's going.
Is he going for it?
He doesn't realize that there's a vulture killing everything while this is happening.
Oh god. Well, that obviously sucks. Maybe he's just gonna try. Oh, he sandwiches the vulture, so he actually will kill it with just probes. But he's going for it.
The zealot bomb. It's perfect.
It is perfect. They're on top of everything. The Dragoons are not being shot at all. The mines aren't even protecting the tanks that well. The tanks are gonna pop like hefty bags filled with tomato sauce. They just explode. Another 5 or 6 tanks down. And how is Ultra just dead? He's got like 3 tanks and they're all just glitched in the main.
He's gonna lose all of his tanks. Luckily, there's tanks on the high ground. This is the benefit of whiteout. You can defend the 3rd base while on the high ground. Luckily for him, the command center's not dead yet, but TT1 does kill all of the SCVs, but Ultra with the counterattack with vultures wipes out the 3rd base, but TT1, oh, I thought he had 30.
He's gonna kill the command center. What? How was that not lifted earlier?
The vulture counterattack actually saves the game for Ultra because it would have been about 40 probes to 60 SCVs with 2 base. But now it's 25 probes again versus 60 SCVs, but we're only mining on 1 base. Another drop into the main, but instantly picks off the tank.
Oh, even picks off the mine.
Oh no,
no. Oh my god, in a different reality, everything exploded. He's actually still getting tons more kills. There's actually basically 20 workers for TT1 right now. Crazy how much damage these vultures have continued to do. TT1 has to keep playing Minesweeper here over and over again, and he still hasn't. Okay, there it is, finally clearing out all the mines and vultures. But he has no workers in his main at all. Okay, he's got like 5, 6 workers at his 3rd. He's got, okay, re-rallied to the main, so there's about 8 there. Natural is pretty saturated, but he still hasn't taken the gas there. He's just working on building workers. God.
Yeah, despite losing so many workers, TT1's doing an amazing job to macro and keep building probes. He's a little oversaturated at the nat, but other than that, everything is actually okay for him because Ultra is so low on resources. He's kind of mined out and he's going for it again. I don't think it's actually.
Yeah, he has no zealots
here.
There's
no zealots.
There's no. Oh, he has 1, but I guess the tank count is actually shockingly low.
It's pretty high. It's like 8 tanks.
Oh yeah, he has all the high ground ones. Never mind. This is not where we want to fight.
This was not the fight.
Does he think that he just lost too many workers? He's losing the 3rd base right now.
Yeah, I think he just thought that the game was over, so he went for it, and it's going to be Ultra actually ending up the series, but this was way closer than it needed to be.
I don't know about that decision. I think he actually could have pulled back and then I don't know. Anyway, TT1 taps out in the end, but damn, that was so close. He was playing with 25 probes for like basically the entire game.
Yeah, the fact that he was able to recover and make a game out of it is incredible. But now we're going into the decider match, and actually Ultra's on the brink of potentially knocking out one of the favorites for the group. TT1's very strong Protoss. It'd be surprising for him to be knocked out by Ultra, and then it would give Ultra, I think, his best matchup, TVZ.
Yeah, well, TVP is by far his worst matchup, so this is super impressive. So, I mean, maybe he can make it happen. I don't know. I would say that TT1 played from behind super well. You never want to have to do that, but that's an Ultra win on whiteout, which was already maybe a slightly uphill battle for him there. He does it, evens up the series, and I think yesterday we had 13 out of 15 total possible games.
Yes.
So that is
we're on track.
Yeah, we're right on track. We had so many 2-1s. Ugh. Okay. So here's our first 2-1 of the night. And that means that we have one more map to go before we decide which player advances on to the winner's match, which player goes to the loser's match. Who's it going to be? I don't know. I think TT1 looks pretty good when he's dictating the pace of the game. But, if that doesn't work... Actually, the proxy in game 1 didn't even work.
No, it didn't matter.
But he was dictating the pace of the game. That's what that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So let's see what happens when we get into our third and final game of our first matchup of the night. The map is Clayfield, TT1 versus Ultra. Decide which player advances on to the winner's match of Group B. I knew something was wrong. I haven't lit my pumpkin spice candle. An essential for casting. Okay. In the top right-hand corner of the map, Clayfields in the red playing Protoss from Canada. It is TT1.
And in the right, he's evened up the score 1-1. It is Ultra. So Clayfields, this is a foreigner-made map. We've had good games on here. Like, we had that epic Bonnet Eon Zerg.
I love this map.
We just don't see it. Or was it True Touch? Yeah, it's a good map.
I thought it was Bonnet.
I think it was definitely Bonnet, but was it Eon Zerg or True Touch? I can't remember. Either way, the game was epic, and you should check that out from last season. And we do have, or maybe it was Gorinich. I don't know. There's so many good Zergs.
I was going to say.
Everybody's Protoss or Zerg, basically, in the foreign scene, except for Terra and Dandy.
Yeah, one thing's for sure. There's only one TT1. That's why there's a 1 there. He is, I wonder if he names his kids TT2 and 3. How terrible. Actually, I asked this, there's a famous, one of the first pro gamers is a guy named Fatality who played FPS games. And his name is spelled with a 1 for the I, so it's Fatal 1 TY. Somebody's like, are you going to name your kids Fatal 2 TY? And he's like, no, because they're never going to be number 2 at any game. So I'm definitely sure that's why the 1 is there. Now, he's named himself Probe, and after losing 1 million probes in the last game, we're definitely going to need a name change for that one. So maybe time to retake the TT1 name here. But I want to see him do something crazy. You know, we've seen, I think, almost every Protoss unit so far in this series except carriers. So this is a great carrier map because of the weird high ground positions, but the unblockable terrain is actually not there. So maybe. I'm wishful thinking on my part.
Well, we have a 10-10-10 from Terran, so this is going to be hard FD. He's going to go with 2 tanks, tons of Marines. If he's able to get out 7 Marines with a standard FD, this might be like 10 Marines. We saw Koget have success versus Chitek on Whiteout. And TT1, he does like the 1-gate expand. We already saw that last time, and it did get canceled. So this might be another quick push from Terran. It looks like it. Here comes a factory pretty soon. Where is it? What?
Oh, there.
I know it's been, okay, there it is. So this is about 15 seconds faster than a standard 12 gas. So this is really, really fast. And 15 seconds is half of a tank, to give you perspective. That's why you can go with 2 tanks and it feel like basically the same push.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This is the first time anybody ever explained it to me that way. Anyway, the probe gets in. I guess it gets the information that it needs. Another one of those hidden behind the mineral pylons there, TT1. So it's consistently doing that. This time it's on the natural. Oh, he actually didn't scout it with the SCV. Damn. Okay. So this is going to be a mystery to this SCV, who will once again not know exactly where that pylon is.
Yeah, and you would be really worried. I think after this series, Ultra is going to start checking behind the net from now on. This is a common spot in the past few months on ladder. Oh, he instantly goes 2-gate. He knows that the factory is too far along for you to be going for an expansion. So this is a very nice... Oh, wait, did he get in the main? I thought the probe got in the main. Maybe he did.
He did, but he didn't go very far south. So he only saw... I guess he did... Did he see the factory?
I can't remember. But regardless,
I don't think so.
This read is perfect. Whatever he read, 2-gate coming in. This is as good of a counter as you can get versus FD. Honestly, if Ultra makes this work, it's a miracle because of how strong goons are. We saw TT1 almost defend with just 3 goons, and now he's gonna have like 5 or 6.
Oh, last shot from the Dragoon denies most of the scouting information, so he doesn't actually see the gateways at all. So he actually might think that something's proxied or that things are a lot crazier than they are. But I really appreciate the respect. Oh, probe survives barely.
But this again is obvious push because there's no bunker. There were no 3 Marines sitting on the low ground denying.
He's 4 on the high ground.
There's 4 on the high ground. It should be more than 4. Okay, yeah. Ultra is actually going to wait for his second tank. I was surprised that it looked like he was going to move up. There's 7 Marines, as I was saying. So we're going to have 8 Marines. This is the standard number for hard FD. This is going to be so hard to stop, but luckily he does have 2-gate. Now he cannot bleed off Marines like this.
Yeah, he's already lost 1,
he lost
2 Marines. There's only a tank here, and he has 4 Dragoons, which is kind of the magic number for 2-shotting tanks.
Oh no, we can't go this far. Okay, we've killed 3 Marines or 4 Marines. That's amazing already.
The Dragoons kind of got caught, and he's actually going to lose one of them for free.
I think that's still okay because we killed so many Marines. But he does have the second gate. He still should have 5 goons by now. But now he knows what he's up against because he saw the 2 tanks. Actually, Ultra probably needs to turn around because if he loops around to the side just like this, he can catch the tanks on the high ground with these goons.
High ground would be so effective. Yeah, pushing through that no man's land, that valley. This is the main characteristic of clay fields. Is this high ground right outside your natural that protects your natural in your third. And oh god, he does target it down in time. Yeah, that high ground makes that pathway so difficult to push through early on. And now he's actually going to pick off more on the way home. He's going to kill the tanks. TT1, he's doing it.
That's it. As soon as he gets the vulture there, he has no fear of mines anymore. And now we lose both of our tanks, all of our Marines. Now all he has to do is make sure we don't run into mines right here.
Okay.
That's it. Oh, don't do that.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. He does take the mine hit. Makes one of the vultures, or one of the Dragoons, very, very low. He kills off the second mine. He's going through the minefield. You're right. He's just totally, he doesn't afraid of anything. Oh my god. The Dream Mine doesn't save Ultra here. And with the bunker going down, TT1. Did he do it?
He did it. He's got 7 goons versus 1 tank. There's no command center anymore. Even if Ultra holds here, everything is so delayed.
How much mischance do we need here to save the day?
Well, there's 1 goon going down. SCVs may get a second one. This tank isn't firing. He doesn't realize it.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. What am I watching here? Avert your gaze.
Oh,
children.
No. Now, goons are in the base.
Yeah, they're coming up. He's going to lose maybe one of them, but he's got 6 or 7 Dragoons here. This is crazy. There is only 1 tank. It does have siege mode. If he can just run on top of the tank, there's actually a second tank here. He's going to do first things first, take out the tank. The repair is coming through, but he loses tank number 1. He still has 4 Dragoons, so this is going to 2-shot the tank here. Tank number 2 goes down, and that has got to be it.
Yeah, that's going to be it. We have no tanks. We have no Marines. We've lost so many SCVs. Protoss can do whatever they want. So TT1 is going to move on. Face the winner of True Touch versus Zeke. But Ultra was so close to actually doing it. He had a good build, but just a little bit of miscontrol.
Wow, what a way to end that game. 7 minutes. In STPL, this is another tournament. We have a 6-minute curse sub emote. Because most of the games are just like over really fast. And we might need to get a 7-minute curse or something like that kind of emote for BSL, because that game is very, very fast. What a kind of wacky seesaw. What do you think was the real advantage that TT1 got that gave him the win there?
Losing the Marines. We lost 4 Marines before the fight happened.
So how do you stop that from happening as Terran? You just what?
You just gotta get them all together.
Okay. I mean, they look pretty together for me.
Nah, they're too far forward.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, we had 2 tanks. We would have had 8 Marines versus 6 goons and a vulture. still, it would have been hard for Ultra to push through, but that's a lot of DPS, so a bit unfortunate. But I just want to know why TT1 built a second gate, because you don't open 2 gate. That's not a build. that isn't a build. The only 2 gate that's a build is like 10-15, but this isn't a map that you 10-15 on. So he must have smelled something, because it was the perfect read, and he just crushed Ultra's build.
I like to think you keep setting him up. I'm just knocking him down. Okay, well, that does it for our first series. TT1 advances on to the winner's match, and that means our next match coming up is going to be Ziki versus True Touch. Now, not all ZVZs are created equal. I feel like we've seen the whole gamut of possible ZVZs, especially in the round of 24. That Cadenzi Crossy group, ooh. Anyway, coming out of that group, True Touch, Ziki, they're both incredibly strong. You can see the last time Ziki even played, it was season 4 of BSL, which is a million years ago. We didn't even know what a coronavirus was in 2018. So Ziki has taken a little bit of time off, and he wasn't even that strong when he last played in BSL. So forget it. Don't even pay attention. Also, I love how he lost in the round of 32, but we have no stats for him. Something's going on here. I'm going to drop a thinking emoji on that one.
Thinking.
Either way, that's how good he is. He loses the group, but he doesn't lose any games doing it. What a god. Either way, you look across the board, True Touch, a guy who has won more than he has lost in every single matchup by a million numbers. That's a lot of numbers, guys. Unfortunately, had an unceremonious exit in the quarterfinals of last season to Bonnet 3-1. So that's a little crazy. He also lost in round 1 of this week's Cheese Weekly. So he lost in round 1. That sucks. He's coming back with a vengeance to see if he can make it out of this group. So let's see if he can when we get... Oh, we're not there yet. But anyway, he's going up against Ziki. What do you think is going to happen here, Nioke?
I've never seen Ziki's ZVZ. I know that True Touch has godly ZVZ. We talked to Eon Zerg about True Touch, and he said that True Touch was like the real deal, really top tier ZVZ. So Eon Zerg and True Touch have best ZVZs, at least in the foreign scene. So I feel like if Ziki takes out True Touch, how can you even deny that he might be a favorite for like the whole thing?
For sure.
That's crazy, because for sure True Touch and Eon Zerg are top tier ZVZ.
When you got to know, TT1's watching. He has to play the next, well, maybe not physically, metaphorically speaking. The next player, the winner of this series, plays TT1 in the winner's match. So let's get into it. It is once again Monte Cristo as our first map. This map has given us a ton of interesting games, but this time it's a ZVZ. So nobody cares what the map is, because it's all going to be about builds, mutas, and craziness. So let's get into it. It's game number 1 of our best of 3 between True Touch and Ziki. All right, here we go. In the upper left-hand corner in the red, playing Zerg from Poland, it's True Touch.
And in the bottom right, in the blue, we have the Hungarian Zerg. It is Ziki. So, not too sure what builds we're going to see. Is it going to be 12 hatch, 9 pool, or overpool, or anything like that? But what I like the most about this particular matchup here is, even though I like players like Babo, because their mutas are...
They're crazy.
His mutas are crazy. When we see True Touch versus Babo or Eon Zerg versus Babo, we got the latency issue, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's no latency here because they're right next to each other. They're both in Europe. This should be an actual turn rate 24 game. So this is going to be legit. Who can micro the best in ZVZ with their mutas, with their lings? Who can get the better, I guess, opener? We'll have to wait and see what True Touch wants to go for. It looks like we're going to actually have a 9 pool from him. Meanwhile, what is Ziki going to go for? He's already started an Overlord, so this might be just an instantly fast game if he goes for 12 hatch.
Well, I actually didn't know how close Hungary was to Poland, but it's right between Poland and Slovakia. So, yes, you're right. The ping is great. The mutas are going to be fantastic to watch. Let's see what's going to happen. So, small build order difference, I would say. Who's going to come out of this with more drones?
It's going to be Ziki.
Yeah, Ziki.
Ziki's powering hard. We do have a gas trick from True Touch, which means it actually isn't 9 pool speed or 9 pool air. So this is a bit interesting. And there is the 12 hatch. So if this was 9 pool speed or 9 pool air, think actually True Touch would be in a huge favoring position because, again, Monte Cristo, you got to drill so far to defend your nat. It's already hard enough to defend your nat on a close nat. So this would be very hard for Zeke. Actually, Zeke went 11-10 here. So we saw, I forget who it was a couple weeks ago, where they went for 12-11 and just, it was Cadenzi, just barely losing.
Yeah, that was so
because
close.
she didn't have Lings in time. So maybe this 11-10 is all Zeke needs to actually fend off the 9 pool.
I mean, the Lings are already out, and he's actually, or True Touch rather, is just now going for that hatchery on 10, like you said. And I mean, he's got the Lings coming out, so in theory, he's going to be able to hold on. But Zeke, what's going on here? He's going to see the Lings right now. Did I just get gifted a sub?
You just got gifted a
my
sub
God.
by King Nemu.
What a god. I'll never report you on Team Liquid again. Okay, now I can spam 0 emotes in chat. Nice. Anyway, our hatchery is not done. Okay, just kidding. Now it's done. It pops right as those 6 Lings are here, and the Lings are just now finishing up for Zeke. Actually, no, they're not. Never mind. Ooh. I wishful thinking told. Oh wow, he actually kills a Ling right off the bat. He does lose a drone, so these are very, very precious. Oh, he's taking a lot of hits on these drones. If you lose too many drones, then it's actually still worth it. But I think he will actually be able to hold on, catches a couple of Lings, but that's about it. Saves the hatchery and is already mining with a bunch of drones, whereas on the other side, True Touch is not.
Yeah, True Touch has a couple more drones than Zeke, but Zeke has the Ling advantage. He also has speed coming in. True Touch has Lair coming in. So if Zeke is able to actually sneak in a couple Lings, it's going to be a nightmare to deal with. We see True Touch has hidden a few Lings on the right side, waiting to go for a backstab. But honestly, that's a lot of Lings to be waiting and waiting, where he might be able to sneak in 5. But I feel like Zeke just runs him over here. This is like 16 Lings.
Well, True Touch does come out with 1 extra drone, so we got to cross our fingers and hope that that is...
no. True Touch just sent more Lings across the map. And
oh no, he's gonna get completely blindsided here. He's trying to come back, but this is so many Lings. I mean, if he gets sandwiched, that sucks. But I think, the Sunken's gonna be the real one. If you can jump on top of the Sunken here, then that's the only thing keeping True Touch in this position he's in. He pops the Sunken. He actually still, I think, has. Well, he had more Lings there for a second, but the counterattack Lings are going to be equally as deadly. They're going to try to get this hatch, but I think the drones can actually save it. Maybe. Lings pop out at the last second. He's targeting down the Lings. The hatch is 1 HP. 26. Okay, basically 1 HP. How does he save it? Nobody knows. What a tragedy. I think he's just going to Ling all in the hatch right now.
Yeah, he's probably just going to go barrel down on that hatchery and try and get it. But there's a lot of Lings now for Zeke. Can he sneak any? He's trying to sneak any amount of Lings. He has so few.
Oh god. It's a HP. He gets 2 around the backside, and that is going to pop the hatchery. Craziness. Lair already done for True Touch behind this too. He has a natural expansion intact. And all of a sudden, things went from okay to not okay for Zeke, who is struggling.
Yeah, I thought that Zeke was actually just going to win there. He had so many Lings, but they were attacking the Sunken for so long and not actually attacking the high DPS units in the Lings. So True Touch barely holds, gets off an amazing backstab. I thought he was going to run into the main and kill drones, but killing off the hatchery is also fine. This is going to be Zeke's last stand, but look how many Lings there are.
Yeah,
he has only a small window of opportunity to actually go for it right before the Sunken hits. Here he goes. Can he bust through? Doesn't look like it.
I mean, he will try, and the answer is no. This is it. Out of my game. This is crazy. Zeke taps out. Yeah, True Touch kills it.
I don't know about kills it. It got
kills it.
Very close game.
Never doubted
Never
him.
a doubt. I thought for sure Zeke had the build order win after he stopped the 6. He got a kill with 4 drones instantly.
Well,
on the link.
Anytime you save your nat when they try to all in it, you feel pretty good about it, right? I don't know if I'd use the word save there too much, but in the end, sneaking those Lings right around the backside, killing off the hatchery. What a move from True Touch. When you know you're in like desperation mode, you've got 1 mission. Oof, I don't know. As soon as that hatch got down to like 26 HP, it's like Hotline Bling. It can only mean one thing. You gotta all in it, right? So I was actually expecting Zeke to play super defensively, make that big perfect wall of Zerglings and just hold on, because you know they're gonna try to all in your hatchery, right? Didn't do it, didn't happen, and True Touch takes game number 1.
Yeah, but even though Zeke lost, he looked pretty good. So I'm actually hopeful for this series that we could get to game 3. But I mean, it's True Touch, man. He's so good, ZBZ. It's actually crazy how good this guy is. So second map is going to be Sylphid. We have potential for somebody to not scout first.
Imagine not scouting first in BSL.
Right.
We actually tell the players where each other spawns at the beginning of the game. So that's our secret. No. I don't know how they do it almost every game, but let's see. And it's a 3-player map that makes it 33% harder to scout. I don't know. I'm just making up numbers. 50%, right?
50%.
Yeah, okay, all right. We figured it out. All right. Math degree, check. It's time for our second game in this best of 3 between Zeke and True Touch. The map is Neo Sylphid, and we are going into it to find out if Zeke can make a comeback or if True Touch is going to go on to face TT1 in the winner's match of the round of 16. Group B, BSL season. Okay, here we go. In the 12 o'clock location on Neo Sylphid. In the wait, who? Okay, yeah, I didn't introduce him yet. Zero. God damn. Zero, he's got one job. We're gonna fire him if he doesn't get these intros right. At the 12 o'clock. This is True Touch.
And in the bottom left, in the blue, we've got Zeke. Okay, so the 11-10 actually held off the 9 pool, so I would probably go for that again. And look at this. He's not the BSL champ for no reason. He's going to find Zeke on the first scout.
Oh,
meanwhile, Zeke is going to be in the dark, so True Touch automatically going to have a huge intelligence lead. This is amazing for him. Now, we already saw the 9 pool. I don't expect True Touch to do that again. I would actually expect to see overpool or 12 hatch. I don't think it's going to be 12 pool from him. Oh, we are going to have 9 pool again.
Ooh, well, okay. I mean, I guess this is, I would consider 9 pool like the standard ZVZ build. It's pretty aggressive, and obviously it's not the best one, but it is going to be good against, say, 12 hatch, if that's the way that Zeke wants to open. I guess it is.
I think he's not going to cancel this time. This looks like we're going to go for actual speed.
Oh,
he's going to be super aggro. He wants that hatchery dead if Zeke goes for it. But it's actually going to be a 12 pool from Zeke, and this is the middle of the road build. So I personally love this build versus 9 pool. But True Touch is going to have speed advantage, and those pesky, sneaky lings, they can get in so easily. So he's going to have to be very careful to not let any in.
Well, one of the reasons 12 pool is so good is because you do get that drone advantage. I think it's actually 2, yeah, when that one pops. But either way, it's good. And the rule of thumb in ZVZ is whoever builds the later pool has the economic advantage because you want to keep building drones until then. The only problem is, especially with 12 pool, is that your hatchery is vulnerable, and especially with a speed disadvantage. It's a huge trump card in True Touch's deck. So let's see what these firstlings from that 9 pool build can do.
Okay, so actually it's instant lair for True Touch. So he's going to have the Muta advantage, no speed this time. So he's not going to be able to kill this natural, but he's going to have Mutas so fast. And we already saw a few players trying to defend their nat on Sylphid with spores. Did not go well.
No.
Who was the player that built like 7 spores and he just still...
Oh, and they were way out of position.
Yeah, they were way out of position. I think it was Gorinich.
No, we haven't seen Gorinich play.
Oh, no, not Gorinich. Maybe it was... I don't remember who it was, but we saw at top middle you had to build so many spores just to defend it, and that's what Zeke's going to have to do to deal with this fast lair coming up from True Touch. We see speed is actually coming in for Zeke, so he's going to try and punish True Touch for going for such a fast lair. We saw True Touch punish Jaeyoon for going such a fast lair with the sunken push. I don't think Zeke's going to go for that, but look at this spire placement for True Touch in comparison to what the other player did. I forget who it was. It's right next to the pool. It's super safe, cannot be picked off by any mutas. This is going to be a fantastic position. I didn't see any drones with those lings, so no sunken rush.
Yeah, those buildings in the mineral line look really weird because you'd think that they block the minerals from being mined. They don't, so don't worry about that one. Beautiful wall here set up by True Touch to try to stop these lings from getting in. I mean, totally airtight, right? Yeah, there's no way you're getting in there. So nice try, Zeke. He does have his speed finished now, so he can try to, like you said, punish the speed here from True Touch, and that's what we're doing. We're rallying lings all the way across the map, and he just wants to trade to try to force out more lings from his opponent. And actually, now I think he can actually break through this if he's not careful. Yeah, he does bust through. He's going to get a surround on the Lings at the front. There is a sunken here, but nobody wants to have Lings inside their base.
Ooh, that's
In-base
hatchery is way far away. I don't think that you
It's
can actually
not covered
defend
by
it.
the sunken
There's
at
no
the
way
edge.
that's covered.
Yeah,
There's no way.
But he didn't see the hatchery come down. I don't think so.
I think he barely saw it. He should pick this off.
Yeah, or at least force a cancel. Yeah.
That's way too. Yeah, there's no way. This could be a mistake from True Touch, and this will give Zeke a good pick. Oh, he might actually kill it. What?
Wait, what?
No cancel.
Oh my god. I mean,
and
is
he's
that GG?
broke. So even though
Yeah,
he
he
has
has
a
no money.
Spire, he can't even build mutas.
He can't build. Oh, well, he did get a couple of mutas out there. Oh, actually, no, he only built one or two. No, he built one muta. Oh my god. How do you not cancel a hatchery? What else are you doing in CBC?
That was a huge mistake there. He could have gotten out 2 more mutas with that canceled money. Now Evolution Chamber is coming down, trying to just.
Oh, he
create a
has
Sim
to.
City
He has no
because
mutas.
He's so worried about the mass link coming in. We see that Zeke is actually powering behind it. He's got drones coming in. He's got his Evolution Chamber. So mass spores are coming in, but he doesn't even need mass spores now because one muta just needs like a couple here and there. Here come the Lings again, but they're not going to find any success. This Evolution Chamber is actually amazing.
Yeah, this is the second time.
Another
it's been canceled.
non-cancel. That's
Wait,
not
what?
A cancel. Got killed.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my god.
So that's a drone kill too.
True Touch, get a new keyboard, dude. I don't know what's happening here. He gets in for a drone kill too. It's 8 to 12 drones here. Siki is a million miles ahead here.
Yeah, but this spore on the left side of the Nat, it does open up a bit of space to kill the drones on the top right there. You see Zero pointing it out. Those drones can actually die. So this is one of the hardest parts about Sylphid is figuring out where to put your spores. Because those two at the Nat don't look like the most ideal, but they're going to work for now because True Touch losing so much money on the Evolution Chamber and Hatchery. And what does True Touch do now? He's got like air control technically, but it's so little.
Is that what we're calling it?
It's so little.
It's like that pigeon meme. It's like, is this air control? I mean, I guess maybe.
He's like, if Zeke had been building mass Lings here and True Touch for whatever reason went to build a hatch at his Nat, the Lings would kill the hatch.
Actually,
because we
you're
just
right.
have no mutas. Now that there's 6, now that's a lot. But look at this muta control. He's picked off a few drones. The spores are out of position, like I said. So actually, there's no benefit to having this hatch here right now for Zeke.
I love that one drone kind of testing the waters. He's sticking his toe in the pool. I don't think that drone's gonna be alive for very much longer. Nope. Yep. GG. Nice try, drone.
This base is actually a liability for him because even though Zeke has 2 hatches and he can mine those minerals, he can't really mine them. Really, he's up 4 workers and we lost like 4 of them. And now the main. Look at this.
Oh,
this is why
God.
I don't like spores really, because he can also pick off the extractor now if he micros perfectly.
Yeah, should we force True Touch to like start with an like one less drone or something? Like, how do we make this matchup even? I mean, in theory, the larva advantage is still there for Zeke, but the air advantage is not.
Yeah, there's no air advantage, and he can't even mine the Nat, so he can't even use the extra gas there. Another drone going down. He does lose 1 muta, so that's actually major for True Touch, but he still has supreme air control despite only having 5 mutas. He's actually evened up the drone count almost. He's actually got +1 weapon coming in. He just needs to get a Nat up. Right now, he could take his Nat because he's dealt so much damage to the drone line and he's nullified the extractor at the Nat for so long.
Maybe he's worried about building hatcheries because they haven't done too well for him this game. But everything else is just going fantastic. Also, that spore disrupts gas mining at the natural. So, I don't know.
There goes an Overlord.
I mean, True Touch is killing it this game. And by it, I mean his hatchery, his Evo, and everything that Zeke has.
Yeah, all he has to do is get his Nat up. Oh no, we may have found. Oh no, we can't take Scourge hits. But he may have found free mutas. Luckily, they get back in time. Those Scourge intercepting the mutas were actually probably game changing because he would have caught all 3 of the mutas. Maybe don't kill all 3 of them, but at least kill one of them. Oh, we got a sunken rush. This is a sunken push.
No
Yes!
way. No way. Oh,
Yes!
you're a bad man, True Touch.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, there's no spore there.
He only has
no
3
Lings.
mutas. How's he actually going to fight this? That's not enough DPS.
Oh my god.
What a hero.
Guy, somebody stop this man. I want, like, 1800s wanted posters with True
Look
Touch's
at that.
face
It kills the creep colony.
put up all over BSL. Like, we get...
Now, he is taking a lot of damage here, and Zeke does have money to almost equal the mutant count. It's 5 to 8 or 9 right now. Scores your work.
So first of all, you make it a ZBZ, right? And then you just take 400 minerals away from one of the players.
Is he in range of the hatch? He is in range of the hatch. So we're
Yeah.
on a counter now. Zeke has to get damage done, but it does open up the main
Yeah, he's
of True Touch.
Yeah, he is trying to counterattack right now. Zeke does realize this, and he's starting to pull back, but we haven't actually gone yet.
Scourge hit also. So now actually the Muta count is even, but the Scourge count is not. But if they connect...
Oh, he might pick off a Muta at the very beginning. The Scourge coming in. He's trying to control. He's running around. And
True Touch's Mutas are damaged, though. If they fight, they're going to lose. Look at the control from Zeke.
Oh,
they're
so
heavily
good.
damaged. But it's 8 versus 6. But can Zeke win the fight? Remember, True Touch still has +1 weapon.
Yeah, the bounces are looking good. He's actually out-microed most of the Scourge. He took 1 Scourge hit. I think he still loses this fight. But the Mutas from True Touch are so wounded. Okay, moving shot I think is good enough here. Yeah, look at the moving shot. He can't run away. He would have had to split the Mutas. Even still, it's not the worst trade here. More Scourge coming in, but the Mutas evaporate.
What about
True
the
Touch.
What happened to the Sunken? Is it still up?
It's still up, but
I still see a
yeah, he
red
killed the
dot.
hatchery.
He
Oh
killed
my
the
god,
hatch.
he got the hatch.
He's killing eggs too now.
Oh my god. Is this GG? I mean, it has to be
Oh, he's
GG,
killing
right?
he's killing up. No, it's not GG yet. Zeke still has 11 drones versus 6. He's actually getting hits with these Scourges. We're down to 4 Mutas for True Touch. He has 6 drones.
I mean, yeah, the drones are... Wait.
He's not even mining 3 on gas now, whereas Zeke has enough drones to mine completely on gas, so he can actually catch up.
He really killed way more drones than I expected him to there. So somehow, I mean, the air advantage goes well, I guess not overwhelmingly. Oh, he's gonna pop one of the Mutas when they hatch out of the edge. Oh my god, this is so clutch. Oh, he gets the Muta for free with a Scourge. Beautiful big brain move there by Zeke. So he kills a Muta for free. Obviously great. He has all of his tech at the natural, but the spores are still actually protecting it. But he actually can't build any more spores, so he actually can't morph that creep colony into a spore because he doesn't have an Evo chamber.
Yeah, he's scrambling to get up an evolution chamber now, and Zeke is slowly evening up the Muta count because he's got like 4 or 3 versus 4. So True Touch, he has +1 weapon. That's really the only thing going for him. But I consistently see Mutas being built for Zeke, whereas I just see drones being built for True Touch. Now, he does have a bank that Zeke doesn't have, but is there more Mutas for Zeke right now? I think it's 5v4 right now. Oh, it's still 4v4. True Touch now is going to start taking his Nat, I think.
Yeah, he just expoed.
Ooh, 4v4, I don't think True Touch knows that he's actually... It's going to be 5 because I saw another one pop out there. He needs to run away. I think he thinks it. He can fight it, but he can't. Okay, smart move to turn around. Oof.
Yeah, he knows Defender's advantage is huge here. And that he has a Expo coming up, so just chill. +1 attack.
Also, he has 300 gas. No need to attack right now. Use the 300 gas before you actually try to fight him.
Oh, it was blocking. The Sunken was blocking the hatchery, so he couldn't re-expand. Or the spore was blocking the hatchery.
Well, I don't even think he really had the money to put it down before then, so I don't think that was a huge deal. But yeah, the colony was just a complete loss of money for Zeke. Now we have 11 drones versus 11 drones. 4 supply lead for Zeke, or 2 supply lead. One of those supply is in Lings, so this should be an even air
back
battle.
to even?
Yeah, we do have +1 weapon also coming in for Zeke.
That's the big thing that True Touch already has his +1 weapon.
He already has it.
Yeah, so that's the big advantage here for True Touch. All things being equal, they have similar Muta counts. They're getting their expos at similar times, which sounds weird to say. But the +1 air weapons is phenomenal here. It's not going to last forever, but air weapons is only just now started here for Zeke, so he will be behind in that regard for a while.
Yeah, but Zeke now sees that True Touch has taken his Nat. He's going to be happy to see that there's nothing up and running, really. There's no drones on the mineral lines, none mining gas. How many Mutas do we have for Zeke? It looks like maybe 9 versus... There's 8 versus how many for... Versus 8, but
Yeah,
there's
8 on 8.
There's a spore there, but True Touch has snuck in a few Scourge that I see mixed in with his army. So Zeke needs to be careful, but he does have his Nat gas up and running before True Touch. There's no gas for him just yet.
Oh God. Well, I mean, the upside is that True Touch can mine from his natural expansion, whereas Zeke can't really. Otherwise, he's going to keep losing drones, and he really can't afford that. So I want him to try that Scourge trick, go back over and catch a Muta. But actually, he hasn't kept track of True Touch's Mutas. He's going to run in here. He's trying to snipe the gas drones. He gets one, he gets two. He doesn't try for the third one. He takes quite a few hits, but here we go. Trying to avoid that, but several good Scourge connections there by True Touch as he runs out. He might just run back into the natural, but he actually decides to stay put outside the base, even up the worker count.
Yeah, but True Touch needs to get his Nat gas running because we're approaching like a minute, almost 2 minutes of gas mining for Zeke, and it's mass spores with mutas. Like, you're not going to beat Spore Muta with one base Muta. That's not going to happen. So I'm worried that True Touch is reading this completely wrong. Now he's finally taking his gas. But I feel like Zeke has just so much more gas now. He's just going to overrun True Touch at some point. He's mined 600 more gas at his net.
Is that really going to be what decides this game? Just those tiny little drones mining the gas? I mean, he picks off another drone. I mean, every little one counts, but it's still equal worker counts. And the drones are better for Zeke because they're mining gas.
Plus one weapon's about to kick in for Zeke too. So we're going to have...
Well, that's the only thing keeping this game alive, right? Is the lack of +1.
It's going to be even upgrades. And that might just be what triggers Zeke to go fight. He's got more mutas now. He's got 11 mutas. He's got more Scourge. He's got more everything. He even has spores.
Okay, so his upgrade's done now.
He's gonna pick up
a Muta for free. That's obviously the bonus zone. But out of position means that his main is going to continue getting harassed. He's just lost 3 more gas drones, so that's obviously a big deal. But now it's going to come down to Scourge versus anti-Scourge control. He picks them off beautifully, easily.
Oh, but that exposes the main. He knows there's no spores for True Touch. Instantly goes to the main. True Touch is scrambling, but he's going to lose so many drones here. Oh, that's a good hit. Those Scourge are massive for True Touch because he's down in mutas. He has to have Scourge connection.
He's going to kill off the Sunken here, but I'll see how good Zeke's Scourge connections are. They're actually pretty good here. He actually still keeps one Scourge alive, but there's more that he has the micro against. The Muta count actually a little bit more damage from the previous Scourge hit, but I think Zeke's got the advantage. More Scourge coming in for both players. He's got a micro against them. Yeah, he's got a control against True Touch's Scourge. I think one did pop, and True Touch monster modes it, wins the air battle with like 5 mutas left.
He has so many mutas left over, and he has almost equal amounts of gas as Zeke. So this is great for him. Now he's just gonna be worried about a potential Ling counterattack, I guess. We see Lings coming out from Zeke. He's streaming across the map. Doesn't look like True Touch sees it coming, but he's building Lings himself. So True Touch, if he holds this, he's got a huge lead. He's up 10 supply. He's down 2 workers, but that's not a huge deal. He's got the same amount of gas. It's just pure Scourge at this point. He's been picking them off left and right. Oh no, there's too many Lings for Zeke.
Yeah, so Zeke wins the Ling battle, and he actually killed the Sunken in the mineral line at the natural for True Touch. So he's actually just going to run in here with a few Lings. Thankfully, a few more have been rebuilt. Let's see how good the Scourge are. I just Scourge the Overlords and get out of there, but like I said, it's not a good trade. So does get another shot off onto those Scourge. They're still out there. Man, how does True Touch do this? I feel like he always takes bad fights and wins them. I mean, at this point, Zeke's gonna be like, no, let me make the map, right? I mean, it just doesn't look fair. And
now it's True Touch the one that's building more mutas than Scourge, whereas Zeke is on the ropes. He's building mass Scourge with just a few mutas because he can't afford the mutas, and he's just hoping that some of them will land. But oh no, we're not even mining the main gas. So True Touch sees this. He knows he's in an amazing position, just has to not die. Another counterattack by Zeke. You can see True Touch scrambling to get back again.
Well, he's not going to make it back in time. There are Scourge on the way as first responders. There's no anti-air here in the main. Actually does go for a Scourge. He gets 2 beautiful Muta kills off of just Scourge. So as long as he micros here, he might be okay. Maybe, question mark. He's doing a good job, but there's so many Scourge out here. He has 1 Muta remaining, and I think this game is all but over.
Yeah, he didn't get that many drone kills with his mutas. Lings actually counterattacked and got a decent amount of drone kills for True Touch also. The Scourge connections on both sides were great, but still, we have like 8 mutas for True Touch, something crazy like that, versus just 1.
10 supply advantage with a
10 supply lead.
Ugh.
This is just True Touch's game to take. Now he's losing Overlords, which are super expensive in ZVZ. Oh, Zeke, he was in an he was in an even position with the mass Muta battle we had at True Touch's base. But True Touch, with the killer control, the Ling counterattack, doesn't find any success.
Yeah, pop goes the Ling, and how many Overlords did he just lose? He's not supply blocked just because he has so little supply, but that is a lot of Overlords to lose. Look, both players are still in it. Technically, I guess Zeke has 2 more drones, which is good, I guess, but he has nothing in the air to fight with. He's got like, what, 2 Mutas, 2 Scourge, a few more popping, 4 Mutas, 2 Scourge against 6 Mutas. So obviously that doesn't sound like a good fight. He's going to try to slingshot the Scourge in, but they don't go off. And even with these Lings running by, that might just be the finishing blow.
Oh my gosh, the control from the Mutas is just absurd from True Touch. Now he has so many Lings left over. They're going to flood into the main. Mutas are going to intercept Mutas so the Lings can get in and get some drone kills. Just amazing control. He almost kills all the Mutas also.
Damn, True Touch.
He's so sick.
Slow down. We're going to, I don't know, pull a Jaime Lannister on this guy to even things up. What a monstrous performance there. True Touch is the truth. What a god. Holy cow. How does he do it? Nobody knows.
It's so sick, man.
They play back the replay, and then they write down each individual mouse movement, and then they train some, like, I don't know, guy in a lab for years and years to do those exact mouse movements. True Touch still beats him. Doesn't make any sense. If you clone True Touch and make him play versus himself, who wins? The fans. Anyway, that's going to do it for our second best of 3, True Touch 2-0. And now we get to battle the TTs. Okay,
yes,
going head to head. TT1 versus True Touch in the winner's match to find out which player is going to be the first one to advance out of Group B, BSL. Damn.
Yeah, and True Touch, like I said, his ZVZ's crazy, but Zeke's ZVZ was better than I was expecting it to be. It's really good, and if they play again, I'm not saying Zeke would win, but one of those games he probably would have won. This game was very close, so he's going to be a threat to look out for. It's not like he's out of the tournament just yet. He's going to be going up against Ultra, so he could potentially bring it back. We saw him go 7 hatch versus DeWalt, right? So we could see that versus TT1, or we could have a rematch versus him of True Touch in the decider match. But we've got TT1 versus True Touch now. This, for me, is revenge match for True Touch from EU versus NA, because I'm positive it was where TT1 beat True Touch. So I'm excited.
Yeah. I think before we get into that game, we're going to take a short break just so that we can kind of calm down ourselves from all that greatness we just witnessed. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. We've got the winner's match, TT1 versus True Touch, coming up next after a short break. Buddy, BSL is the place, and you have found the right place, the right time. Well, actually, the right time was at the beginning, because those games were pretty good, making ZVZ look like a real matchup. How do they do it, Ioken? So impressive.
Another Sunken Rush, too. I just remembered that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Damn.
That killed a hatchery.
He's
Killed
a
spawn.
bad man. Yeah,
Oh, he was
imagine he
sick.
doesn't Sunken Rush, how close that game would have been. Ooh. Anyway, that is that. We saw an epic ZVZ, and that takes us to where we are now. We finished the opening round, and now we're going to find out which player is going to be the first one to advance out of Group B into the round of 8. So, let's see, who's already in the round of 8? I ask this question.
Mad
And Terror.
And Terry.
That's right. So Terror just barely made it in there, squeaking through. It was an epic Group A. Group B is already looking good. And now we got to figure out who's the real TT, okay? This is like the problem we have out here in Korea, where we have to figure out who's the real Dan, okay?
That's not a problem.
We've got Dan and then Artosis, okay? So we've got, what did we decide on? It's old Dan and young Dan. We have,
New Dan. And
new
better
Dan. And
new Dan and old Dan.
yeah,
Better Dan.
yeah, taller Dan.
Taller Dan.
Yeah, higher elo Dan.
All of them. S-rank Dan.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, it's not even close. And now we got to figure out who's the real TT. Okay, TT1 going up against True Touch. I think after that performance that we just saw, it's hard not to think that True Touch is, going to put TT1 into a small box with spikes on the wall that's not big enough for him to sit down in for the rest of this series. But for TT1, I mean, he's got some of the weirdest strats I've ever seen. Never afraid to put pylons and buildings where the sun don't shine. So let's see what he has in store for us. What's the map that we start winners matches on? Is it La Mancha? Oh, it's Escalade. Never mind. I knew that, I promise. But also Escalade, kind of like Monte Cristo, is one of these maps that we haven't quite figured out, right? It's not a ladder map. It's a map that may be a little bit weirder to some people, but it is 4 players. So at least like Monte Cristo, you can't just, run across the map or proxy right.
You can.
Well, okay, never mind. Okay, pretend I didn't say anything. Okay, let's figure it out.
I hope he does.
I hope he does too. Let's get into game number 1 of our winners match, best of 3 on the map Escalade, to find out whether TT1 or True Touch will be the first player to advance on to the round of 8 from Group B.
Three TT1.
All right, here we go in the upper left-hand corner of Escalade. In the red, playing Zerg from Poland. It's True Touch.
In the bottom right, in the blue, we've got our Canadian Protoss player. It is TT1. So we already saw 2 gates in the middle from OUG.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? That was a setup for models. I loved the 2 gate, but not going to have any 2 gate shenanigans. For TT1, we still could have potentially an in-base pylon. Okay, no. I keep forgetting that the base is over on the left side on Escalade. I always think of this map as Circuit Breaker just because of the tile set. So this is going to be low ground pylon. TT1 loves to go for gateway expand. So this is most likely going to be a gateway. Now, he has a whole variety of builds. He can just rally 3 zealots. He can rally 5 zealots.
How many zealots?
How many zealots can it be? He can do 1. But then the follow-up is always interesting. Is it going to be standard zealot Templar? We already saw Dragon pull out zealot Archon. TT1 has his Dark Archon build. He could play standard Stargate. So TT1 is definitely a player that has a whole ton of builds that he can mix in. And if True Touch faces Dark Archon in a specific example, it's going to be something he doesn't face often, even though what we were watching before the stream started, we saw the Walt go for Dark Archon versus somebody in the G's weekly. Oh, it was Gornich.
Yeah, it was Gornich.
Yeah, so it looks like Dark Archon is becoming more common, but TT1 is the first player that I saw really use Dark Archon.
For sure. Well, Best was the guy that first started to really use DAs in every single matchup. He was feedbacking science vessels in PvT. I was like, okay, well, let's calm it down there for a second. But TT1 has really kind of lashed onto that. I think he's great at doing it. We've got a few steps until we get there, so let's figure out what we're going for. Gateway's already making that zealot, and on the other side, we had just an overpool opening, right?
We've got 12 pool.
Oh, no, it's 12
11,
pool.
Or 12 hatch with 11 pool. We do have first zealot coming out pretty soon for TT1. Have to wait and see if he's just going to expand off of this one zealot. There's no second zealot queued up, so maybe he's going to insta nexus. Wait and see. He's coming in and scouting, and I guess he's going to scout and evaluate what he wants to do. Yeah, he's going to go for fast nexus follow-up since no second zealot coming. Meanwhile, True Touch with the standard gas timing around the 235 timing. Watch out, drone. That's a drone at already half health.
Yeah, we all know what's in store for us now. He's going back in for it, of course.
Yeah, well, if it was an SCV, he doesn't need to worry. SCVs don't care what.
The devil.
Oh,
Oh
no!
my God, he was so close. Ah.
Well, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Cross versus Zerg where you can't scout.
Imagine voluntarily losing your worker at 3 minutes. Yikes! What a strategy. I mean, look, on the other side, that makes this Nexus even more scary because now you've just invested all this money and you have no idea what's coming. Obviously, he saw the build. He knows that maybe not right now he's in trouble, but maybe in the near future. Zealot coming through.
There's no small area for the Zealot to go in. And now
I mean, there is between the minerals, but you're right. It's not like you can hide behind the mineral line.
And now the Zealot probe combo that's always so deadly, that doesn't exist anymore. We can't just go insta two-shot lings. And True Touch isn't even dealing with the Zealot. He's just instantly sending his first 6 links. He's even going for speed. He knows that TT1 can't scout him. So he's just going to go for a bust. And actually, if TT1 holds this, he's going to be in an amazing position. Forge has just started. It's like 50 seconds. Speed is like a little bit over a minute, I think. So TT1 has a small timing where he can actually get his cannon up.
Gateway's starting to take some damage. It's actually, man, that's...
Oh, no.
Yeah, you can't run out. If these lings get into the base, that is total tragedy. He hasn't lost shields yet on his gateway, so...
no.
Oh, my God. Okay, well, 5 lings in the base.
And we know that speed's about to kick in. So this is actual tragedy for TT1. He doesn't know speed is kicked in just yet, but he's about to be mega tilted. He needs a cannon up in his main. He doesn't know that, but he needs it desperately because these lings are about to run amok. He's going to pick up the pylon in the back. More lings are coming across the map, so that closes the natural too. Zealot actually doing a good job so far.
Yeah, not all the lings being microed. He kills a couple of them basically for free.
But now he can backstab any cannons that come up with those lings.
Oh my God, you're right. He's just going to dive on it. Even these Zealots trying to get surrounded here. Yeah, and they are actually taking a few extra bonus shots, but all the Zerglings being taken out. What?
Yeah, but we need a cannon.
We
need
a cannon. Yeah, more lings on the way.
There's
He's just massing lings.
Okay, TT1, he can hold. The Zealot is out of position. Actually, the lings in the base
Wait, what?
actually got cleaned up. 2 lings, that's fine. Don't even worry about those 2 lings.
We just got to save the cannon.
We just got to save the cannon, and he'll be fine. He's got 2 Zealots on hold position there. I think he's done it.
Yeah, I think he's okay here. I mean, maybe the gateway takes a little bit more damage than he wants. He's actually not paying attention. No, he's getting a few more lings, and the cannon's getting surrounded. He was so safe, and now he's lost his cannon. No cannons mean that tragedy can still strike here. He's trying to get a Stargate up in the main. That's not going to help him out at all. Spire already on the way. He's trying to plug the hole, and he actually does once again kill the Zerglings behind, and maybe now he can get this cannon up.
Yeah, but the Zealot and probes are all falling. Probes are falling left and right. He's trying to hold on desperately. Cannon is so close.
Gateway's about to go down.
And it's going to close the cannon too.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're trying to focus down the cannon. The drones are not rallied in time. Maybe the cannon goes down. He kills the cannon. Oh my God. What a clutch moment. 2 more lings run through. They're going to start targeting down the next cannon, and we just cannot. I mean, cannons, you wish they were like vowels in Wheel of Fortune, but you can't buy them. You have to wait for them to build. So lings in the main now, no cannons there, no cannons in the nat. Oh my God, total tragedy here for TT1.
And you can't build any more Zealots, so every Zealot that actually dies is one Zealot that can't potentially block that entrance. Cannon falls, lings are killing probes left and right. Looks like now he's finally going to secure his nat.
But it's still 28 to 12 workers on TT1, so he's okay, but the mutas are the real thing to worry about.
Yeah, but he just started a cannon in his main. It's not even done yet. Oh, they're just going to jump on
Oh my God, he didn't have anything. The Zealots weren't protecting the cannon. It goes down again.
Where were they?
They were blocking, but they still let the Zerglings through. So the Zerglings get through and the cannon. Oh my God, this is total tragedy, like you said.
Now he's gonna have Mass Muta and Scourge with like 9 lings in the main where he can just jump on that cannon. Scourge are trying to supply block True Touch. These lings dealing way too much damage.
They're gonna kill the pylon.
He's gonna kill a pylon, and then we're not gonna be able to build anything there.
Well.
Second pylon, but what does that do? It's not going to power the gate.
It's not powering anything.
Oh, Scourge!
Oh my God, he scourged the Corsair. Well, I mean, I don't know if now's the time to get out of the game, but maybe now.
He has no cannons at his nat.
He's gonna kill the pylon. As soon as that pylon goes down, it's over, right?
Once the pylons are down, there's no way to secure his nat run. It's gonna take so long for him to
3 meters to 1 Corsair.
Well, he can build up stairs pretty quickly, even out of one gate.
Them to mute.
Oh no, we cannot lose these Corsairs.
We got Corsair number 2.
Yeah, it is not that many. Oh no!
Oh, did you see him fake those? He punked them.
Yeah, but Ling just gonna jump on the cannon. Great probe drill, but there's just not enough. TT1 needed a second cannon. He doesn't have it.
Yeah, I think this is it. I think he's done it. All the probes going down. Probes idle, Scourge, and that's it. Damn. TT1. Tapping out. True Touch goes up 1 game to 0.
Yeah, and that was ugly.
What went wrong, Nyokin?
The Zealot and the probes.
Oof.
They just didn't want to listen. Why were the Zealots always out of position? Like he finally got the cannon up and then he moved out and then the Lings ran by again.
I don't know. I feel like at some point you learn your lesson, but I mean, this is True Touch we're talking about. He makes magic happen. You're starting to see, he's like, he put the handkerchief in his sleeve and he's like, okay, now where's the handkerchief? And he put it point in his sleeve and he's like, okay, pull it out. You reach in, there's Zerglings in his sleeve. How'd they get there? It was a handkerchief a second before. How does he do it? What a magician. He had the Super 6 series versus Zeke, and now he's coming out and he's making it happen again. And for the second game here, this is TT1's kind of last lease on life. He's got one more best of 3 after this in the losers match, but he does not want to go down there. He needs to bring it back, but I don't know, True Touch, he's going to take that TT title for himself. And let's see if he can do it. The map is Neo Sylphid, game number 2. And if True Touch wins this, he is on to the round of 8, where I guess rightfully he thinks he deserves to be. Last season, that's where his tournament run ended. So he's looking to reprise his role and at least make it there and see if he can go even farther. So let's get into it. The map is Sylphid. It's True Touch versus TT1 game 2 to see which player can advance on to the round of 8. All right, here we go. In the 12 o'clock location on the map, Neo Sylphid in the blue playing Protoss from Canada, it's TT1.
And in the bottom right, in the red, he's 1 game away from making it out of this group. And first, it is True Touch. I think TT1 should just do the same thing. I mean, we just had a disaster with the Zealot and Probe micro. Remember, he also lost his first probe. Actually, I feel like losing the first probe kind of baited True Touch into the all-in. And there were moments where the wall was completely sealed by Zealots. And I thought, well, we're Ling all-inning into Zealot cannon. Like, that's never going to work.
Well, he was a little slow on getting cannons up, so it's not, you know.
I'm just saying,
right.
Like, if we don't slip by 6 Lings, even if only like 2 got in, still the cannon would have gotten up. We could have just surrounded it by probes. And then it was 2 hatched lair with no econ. And
he had 0.
There was also a Zealot across the map that didn't get taken out for a long time. So it wasn't like he was even mining his nat. So I don't even think TT1 should do anything different. Looks like we're going to have another gateway expand. This time, True Touch is going for overpull. It's not 12 hatch. Now remember, Sylphid is one of the few maps that has that little side entry at your nat where it's never a complete wall. So he's going to have to be worried about Lings always running by there.
Yeah, I mean, that's always something to worry about. I think that's one of the reasons Cannon Expand is maybe a little bit more advisable, especially if you're worried about Lings running by this time. I guess that's the same thing that True Touch has to worry about too. But let's see what kind of info we get here. Okay, well, who wins?
I think the probe got the first hit off.
I think he did too. Also, he regens shield faster than drones regen health, so. I thought he was just going to go down and make the hatch, right? Why doesn't he make the hatch with the wounded probe or drone?
He could have.
Oh, I guess he didn't have enough minerals there at the exact moment, but you're right. Now he has to deal with a pylon block. Super annoying. Oh my god, probes suck. Pushing the probe back out, but the pylon is still there blocking the hatchery, so already a better start. Wow, that moving shot, my man. Okay. True Touch. I mean, you never sleep on this guy.
So we lost our probe again, this time at 2:30. it's just not our day. Also, the Zealot is still within range of the Overlord, so he sees it unknowingly. Zerg knows exactly where it is. So True Touch is feeling amazing.
Yeah,
with
instantly
this.
push down the gas.
Yeah, instant gas. This is standard gas timing. There's still no forge up for a wall. There's still got that huge gap on the right side.
I mean,
getting
do you just lather,
worried.
rinse, repeat? You
He's
just do the
about
same build?
He's about to run by again.
Oh God!
Oh my gosh!
How are you blocking that?
Oh, the gap. That gap. Oh,
I'm getting
no.
sick
No.
deja vu right now.
No, we just ran 3 lings in again.
I'm gonna cast the rest of this game with my eyes closed. Okay, you guys can rewind and just watch game 1 over again. You get the same experience. Okay, I mean, there's lings in the main, there's lings in the natural now. We're just gonna flood a million lings in everywhere.
He's got 8 in the main now.
How many cannons do we have?
We
More
have no
importantly,
forge.
How many forges do we have?
We have 0 forge.
Well,
Luckily, actually very lucky for T1, we have lair coming as opposed to speed, because we had speed again.
how do you kill any Zerglings?
We don't kill actually anything.
So let's look at a probe killing drones. Just kidding, never mind.
Oh my
We'll
god,
lose that
probe
again.
dies.
God. Okay, well.
Okay, so 4 lings at the nat also. Meanwhile, it's like 7 lings in the main. Looks like the 4 lings are kind of, 1-aid right now. They're going to get picked off a couple of them. Speed is halfway along, and we're getting into Trouble City because Speed's going to kick in 30 seconds.
It's Trouble Town. That's
Trouble
the
Town,
TT.
sorry.
We've got a theme.
yes.
Okay.
Trouble Town. At least we're going to get our cannon up this time.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe.
Yeah?
There's 20 seconds left for Speed. There's 6, 7
We're going
lings.
for it.
Lair is almost done. We're going to have Spire coming up soon.
Oh,
I
he wants
don't-
that cannon so bad.
I don't see Mass Ling for True Touch, so at least that's going for TT1. He is just kind of droning for now. But the Lings can poke in and bust down a cannon whenever they want, and then when you sync it up with some mutas, that's going to be instant death for TT1, I think. There's no cybernetics, there's no Stargate.
Yeah, geez, he has no Stargate. Okay, well, I mean, cannons are good, right? But not that good. He has that cannon coming up in the main, right? That's
Oh no, we're building Mass Lings again. So we're
Wait,
gonna-
that's a cannon, right?
that's a
Oh,
cybernetic.
that's a cyber core. Never mind.
That's
So he
a
has no cannons in the main, one at the front, nothing that shoots up except for that cannon, and he's still killing probes? Question mark?
Gets another one, but he at least isolates
Oh
some
my
of the
God.
lings. So he gets one ling there, but he's gonna lose another probe. He needs to get cannons up, but he doesn't have any money. So he can't. Oh no, he's queuing up probes at his nexus, and actually that's really, really terrible because he needs to get up cannons right now. Another probe going down. He doesn't even have enough gas.
Another probe going down. Oh my
He
god.
doesn't have gas to even build a Stargate, so it's not like we insta-build Stargate right now. Spire is almost done. We got
Oh,
mass
man.
lings building up. This is going to be another ling mutabust, and unless GT1 spams out like 5 cannons, maybe not 5 cannons, yeah, like 5 cannons.
Yeah,
out of
like
that,
5 cannons. I mean, he still has no cannons in the main. There's finally one coming up. He's dealt with all but 2 of these Zerglings.
Oh, he's finally gonna
he
get 'em.
traps them. Yeah. No,
he's
just
not gonna get
kidding.
them. Sorry, those are lings. You don't.
I
ever
was
kill
saying
them.
they're speedling more specifically.
There's another
so-
cannon.
Okay, so he's got 2 cannons in the main, 2 at the nat. I think he's putting up a third one at the nat. Okay, I thought there was gonna be one there. There's not. Damn. Well, this is still scary. Mutas are almost out, and the lings are still in the main base.
Yeah, and we do see that True Touch is super all in with this. He's got 13 drones versus 23 probes. If TT1 actually ends up surviving, he's going to be in an okay position. First mutas are coming out. He's starting to get +1 weapon for his air, despite not even having a Stargate. So once the Sares start coming out, they're going to be super strong. But we need to get to that point. Here come the lings. I think he just kills these cannons easily. There are a lot of zealots though, because oh no, he's moving out. The lings just run by.
Okay. I'm gonna cast the
Oh
rest
my
of this
gosh.
game with my eyes closed, like I said.
Oh my, the anti-timing from TT1. This is literally the worst moment to move out.
How does he not know he needs to stay home? I mean, obviously you want to be proactive, but
He's okay, so we're just gonna base trade, but I don't think 5 zealots can win the game. Oh no, he's turning around. What did he see that made him want to turn around? I don't know, but lings and mutas are on top of cannons.
yeah, this is it. I mean, the cannons just get popped instantly. There's one in the mineral line, which is actually doing quite a bit, but there's no anti-air. The cannons were it. There's nothing on the ground to save his life here, and even though there's, I mean, +1 air weapons isn't even done. There's just nothing to do anything. The mutas kill everything. He can actually even just kill these cannons in the Nat, or in the main queue. You can just kill the Nat outright. And this is it, the death of the false TT.
Yeah, he's just gonna kill the Nat, and then we're gonna have Ling Muta just do the same. The Zealot just instantly surrounded, literally nothing going right.
That's it. GG. TT taps out, and that is it for our winners match. True Touch, just booster rocketing into the round of 8. I mean, there's no way. Like, I mean, I think that's making a statement. 4-0. You're smacking them.
His longest game was the ZBZ, which was 20 minutes. That was actually surprising.
That's right.
But we still didn't go past 40 supply in that game.
Oh,
like,
no.
Crazy.
I mean, that was the one he sunken rushed in, right? That
Yeah.
turned into a longer game. Jeez Louise. You guys want to tap capital BOP in chat? That's what that game just was. Oh my God. What a monster. True Touch advances on faster than the speed of light into the round of 8, and deservedly so. So, unfortunately, TT1 will now drop down to our final match. But first, we've got to find out who's going to be facing TT1 in that final match. And that means we have to go through the elimination match, which is going to feature Ziki and Ultra. Okay, so let's see if the hype is real for Ziki, right? I mean, a lot of people hyping him up. He's back? Question mark?
Yeah, I don't know. And Ultra's best matchup. Oh, I'm looking at it. Actually, his best matchup is versus Protoss, but he has a pretty good win rate versus Zerg. And I think, personally, from watching his stream, I think his TVZ is his best matchup. We saw him pull out Mech in the last round, which was surprising to me because I always think of Ultra as like a bio player. Like whenever I watched his streams in previous months, like it turned on, he's got like 7 racks, he's got like 9 racks. He's just going really hard on the bio. But Ziki looked pretty good versus True Touch despite losing. We saw his Zerg versus Protoss versus DeWalt was the real deal, or Models, I think is who it was. I don't remember, but it was the real deal. Well, we haven't seen his EVT yet, though. So I'm curious what his style is going to be. His Muta control is obviously very good, so I don't expect to see any weird, like Lurk or Ling or something like that. I expect to see just 2-hatch Muta.
Me too. So let's see. Our first map is going to be, I just saw it 10 seconds ago, Whiteout. So I don't really know what to expect from this other than maybe more standard play from Ultra. I don't really know how to characterize Ultra, but he is the only Chilean player in the round of 16. So yeah, there's 3 Peruvians, 1 Chilean. I think that's it. Anyway, I'm just going to make that statement. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, Pride of South America on the line here versus Ziki, the Pride of Hungary. Okay, you got this right. And I think a lot to prove here for Ziki. And for Ultra, I mean, he is still looking to make it past the round of 16. He's never made it past here, so maybe now's the time. So let's get into Whiteout, our first game of the elimination match in Group B, the BSL Season 9 round of 16. Okay, here we are. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, Whiteout, in the red, playing Zerg from Hungary. This is Ziki.
And in the mid-left, we've got our blue Terran. It is Ultra. Now, we saw Ultra in the previous round go for Mech, and it looked pretty good. And Ziki, since he is, I guess, coming back, don't know how often he's faced Mech. It was meta for a long time, so he may have faced it a lot. He should know what to do versus it. Hydra Queen or Mass Muta is the go-to style. But we've seen more players go for the 2-1 as opposed to the 1-1 timing that Flash has been doing for a while. So we'll have to see how he wants to react. We were watching some VODs of Fantasy versus Sulky.
Oh, yeah.
Fantasy just get absolutely mauled.
Yeah, that was 11 years ago.
Yeah, when he tried to sit there and just go for 2-1 also.
Yeah, turns out Queens are good.
Queens are very good.
Which you would know from watching the ASL finals earlier today, or just any recent Zerg versus Mech. Queens are pretty good. Now, that being said, they're a little bit situational. You got to have a lot of time to build them up. They're pretty expensive. You're not building anything else when you're building Queens. And Hydras don't do so well against tanks. So it's easier said than done, but let's see how this game goes. I would say Ultra usually plays pretty standardly too, but he's been a little bit on the mech train. But this is Whiteout too, so it's a little bit more mysterious. Already one drone coming out, but the Overlord is already scouting correctly. Of course,
he's going to scout correctly. Now, is Ultra going to scout correctly? You don't even have to ask. You know it.
Of course not. He doesn't even need to see the Overlord to scout correctly.
And he's going to find him first. And Ultra, meanwhile, this is not going to be mech play. We are going to have bio. And personally, I like mech a lot on Whiteout because of the no vision in the trees. You can get as much damage as possible with Goliath out in front a little bit since they have much bigger range than Marines. But we're going to actually see Ultra play a bio build, which is what I normally think of him as. And we're going to see Zeke actually go into 2-hatch play. Everything here is standard. It was pull first with gas, so like a 205 gas here.
Watch him gas steal with his drone.
Shall win.
He might. I mean,
I was going to say, it's not a terrible idea.
It's actually not the worst. He could try and steal it if he wanted. It's going to force out 2 racks. He's going to go 2 racks regardless because it is a 2-hatch play, but it would confirm 2 racks.
Now it heals the drone.
Now we do see Ultra continuing to build Marines. He's going to put down his command center. Everything here is very standard. So you have the option here. Are you going to cut Marines, get out second barracks? Or are you going to keep building Marines and then slowly get the second barracks? So Flash kind of does both, but mostly I see him just continuously build it. And what you're looking for the 345 gas, 4-minute academy. You move out with 12 Marines. If you can do that, you've hit the build correctly.
Okay.
If it's less than that, you messed up somewhere.
Well, let's keep an eye on that. So we got 40 seconds until that gas, 30 seconds until that gas is supposed to be down. So keep an eye on that. Tons of Lings out, but they let the SCV in. And he's going to see the lair. And that shouldn't look too mysterious, but it does confirm that mutas are incoming, or at least in theory. But you're never... As soon as you're sure about that, you get Hydra or you get Lurker busted. So it's important to confirm what's happening here, and that's what this SCV's purpose is.
Well, here comes the second barracks for Ultra. Bunker is already up. Everything is perfect for him.
Yeah.
He did, I think, cut a Marine here to get up his bunker, so he's going to move out most likely with 11.
Still no gas timing, and it's already 4 minutes.
Yeah, gas timing is extremely late for Ultra, and this already feels like a big miss. 4:08 gas. We're 30 seconds late. Really, we're 25 seconds late. This is trouble because that's 25 seconds later on your stem, 25 seconds later on your range, and you need those ASAP versus 2-hatch muta. Otherwise, the losses are going to start compounding quickly. Maybe he takes a 3rd hatch at another base. We saw Crossley the other day build a 3rd hatch in his main, which was very unusual.
Yeah.
But Zeke is not doing that. He's going to go up into the more standard style. He's going to have super econ with this. Now, what we're just waiting to see is what's he going to get with his fire? Is it armor? Is it weapon? Are we all in on these 3 hatches? Are we going into Hive? What is it? Because we know what this is from Ultra. It's actually 3 racks academy, but still, he's not going to be able to move out with this, which is what you normally can do with an academy because his academy's so late.
Yeah, the academy is late. I mean, everything is just going to be a little bit behind. But I mean, if your opponent's behind too, then it evens out. But he's not. Zeke's just hitting his build pretty exactly. And I mean, you can tell kind of by the positioning here of all these Marines, he's feeling a little bit maybe pressured. He just doesn't know. The SCV got taken out. There's no scans because obviously the academy's late. Scans are just now starting to come up, but oh man, it's going to be close. Muta's already in production on the way. 6 of them coming out, and are we ready?
Yeah, we've got Stim coming in for Ultra. Here comes Ultra, but he doesn't even have Stim right now. So
he only has, he does have the medics, but
yeah, but this attack should have been 25 seconds earlier, 30 seconds earlier. So he's gonna actually have Stim by the time the Marines intercept the mutas, but range is gonna be mega delayed. By the time Zeke gets up to 11 mutas, we need to be off the map with just 1 bio ball. So hopefully Ultra can push out like this and then hang around and stay near his main, because if he gets isolated, these are dead Marines.
Yeah.
They're mega dead. Range just now starts, so at least he instantly upgraded it, but he's still in trouble not having range for so long. Ooh, almost catches a muta. That's great.
Yeah, he didn't force out a. He did force out a stim.
And I like that Ultra is doing what I said. He moved out to put pressure, but he's just hanging around his main. And he doesn't necessarily have to go very far. Just stay out of range of the mutas and Overlord. We can get a situation. Oh, here we go. Muta control's pretty good.
Yeah, some really good control here, but I mean the whole mission is to keep the mutas
Armor.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, you're right. He did start armor. Range not done yet, so this is really the time where the mutas are most potent. 7 of them there, more on the way. Question mark? No, actually not a ton more on the way. So we're staying at 7 for a second.
So to give you perspective on yesterday, we saw Terror place versus like this, but he went up into faster tech. His factory was done now at this time. It was even done a little bit faster than this. Meanwhile, our factory has pretty much just started for Ultra. So his tech is mega delayed. So as these mutas get higher and higher and higher and higher, we're not going to have the Irradiate to fall back on. So once this Bio Ball is dead, we're in deep trouble because Zeke's going to have full map control. He's trying to move out, but I don't think he can actually move out. He needs to play a bit more defensive. He also, I don't see any more medics. So we have all these Marines with 2 medics healing all of them. So they're probably also out of energy.
Yeah, they're actually totally dead on energy. I mean, one of them has a little bit, but you're right. Those medics are basically useless. So there's basically no healing here. If you can force out some stims, that's really going to deal 1 billion damage to this bio. So, I mean, the bio is super scary right now. It's 2 bio balls all clumped up together, and the mutas probably don't want to fight that straight up. So they're going to keep harassing as long as they can, but eventually, ooh, don't want to run into there. It's still not a full control group. Okay, now maybe it might be as these mutas come get rallied in. But a lot of the mutas are damaged. They don't want to fight straight up like that. Oh my God, some really good bio control here by Ultra.
But actually, he didn't even kill that many mutalists. Did he even kill 1? There's still 9. There's still low energy on these medics, and now they're out in front. He's picking off Marines left and right.
Yeah, I think it's starting to snowball maybe a little bit. He did drop a couple of mutas there, back up to 8 now. But Lurker's already on the way.
Yeah, we got Zeke going actually all in with Ling, Lurker, and mutas with upgraded armor for both the mutas and for his ground. So Ultra, even if he gets out of Radiate to deal with the mutas, he's still gonna have to deal with so many Lings and Lurkers. Muta's doing a good job picking off some more Marines.
Still no upgrades for those mutas. The Carapace just seconds away from finishing, but better and better micro here for Zeke. He is really focusing on this control. And I love that about Brood War. Anything can be made better if you just micromanage that. But unfortunately, you can't really do that because there's a million things to do. But Zeke is tunneling on these mutas. You can really see how powerful well-controlled mutas is. He eliminates basically half of the Marine count, forces them all the way back home. And when you're a Terran player, you can speak about this if you want. If you're a Terran player, you don't have a bio ball out on the map, it's not where you want to be.
Yeah, he's trying to just keep control of the game, but he's just losing his Marines and now medics almost left and right. It's not like Zeke even built 20 mutalists. Like every time I check, it's like 9, 10, 7 in this scenario. There's really not a lot of mutalists out on the map, but he's keeping the Terran at bay. Now, Lurkers might get set up. He doesn't know if he burrows there and baits them into hold position.
Oh, no. Oh, no. God. Oh, God.
He has no idea.
All right, get your clip buttons ready, guys. It's coming. He doesn't know. He does have scan, but
oh my God!
Oh, their hold position.
Oh, it's gonna be
bad man.
Gross.
Oh God.
Oh, he's in the main. That's gonna force Ultra to move out because Ultra thinks he can defend the main easily.
Oh yeah, yeah. Can he?
He's gonna move out.
I'm waiting. Okay, there's mutas in the main, but nobody cares. Who care that? We gotta watch the bio ball. I think he actually might turn around.
No. He's got enough. He's got repair. He's got Marines coming out of 5 for he's not gonna move out. I actually don't know what he's waiting for because he knows where the mutas are, right?
God.
You're thinking like, oh, he waited for a vessel.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know why.
5 head. Okay, well, he lets it fly. Tons of damage there. Not the big explosions we were hoping for, but still, so smart to wait for that vessel.
It was super smart.
I can't believe he actually did that.
Because
how dare you rob us from those Reddit upvotes?
A lot of Terrans would move out. You know where the mutas are, so that means they can't be defending. It's like the perfect opportunity. It was a great bait. but Ultra, I guess, smelled something was wrong. And now here comes Zeke, but this isn't very much. It's 4 lurkers and like 10 mutas.
He picks up a tank for free, so already that's going down there. He has to watch out for the science vessel. Doesn't have a radiate
great
yet.
radiate.
Yeah, it is actually dealing quite a bit of damage. You got to split the muta. He does, or actually it just dies. So several very low health mutas. You can actually just go snipe that vessel right now. But Terran's on the move.
Yeah, Zeke's actually in trouble because his hive just finished. The Filer Mound just started. And this is the push that Zerg couldn't stop for years upon years. It's 3 tanks, 1 vessel, Marine medic. Here it comes with no defilers.
Oh, he might pop it. Oh, wow, nice kill.
Yeah, that's a nice find, but we cannot lose the vessel.
Whoa, gets it.
That's so many mutas. He now has 11 with +1 armor, and they can actually just try and pop these tanks. Ooh, they're taking so much damage.
Yeah, good connections there. Sunken is up here, so it's at least going to delay these tanks a little bit. Ling's actually getting on top of that siege tank. I thought that was going to be more detrimental, but he's got high ground to micro the mutas from, so he can actually pick off the tanks from the high ground. This is huge. The Marines are on hold position. They're not really doing anything. He gets both of the tanks. Zeke's doing it.
The tanks are way too far forward, and Ultra wasn't paying attention, loses both of them for free, and now Zerg lives off of just Lair Tech. You see him sending some more units, but he needed to send his entire army. It's only 3 lurkers denying this push. Here comes another tank push. It's only 1. It's going to take him so long to push through. He's got a lot of bio. He actually should just go for it. There's only, 3 lurkers sitting at the nat? Not very many.
There's a few more being made in the main. We do have another vessel, another irradiate.
Cannot lose this
Oh
tank.
no, he's going to pick up another tank with Lings in the front. What? How does he do it? He gets in, gets out, and that's going to really trigger a push here. There's a ton of lurkers here. There's a vessel revealing them, but I think actually this is too much. Where? Okay, more lurkers borrowing on the ramp.
The lurkers are going to push him back, and this is buying Zeke what he needs. Consume is 90% of the way done. He's got like 6 hatches. He's got so much production, and the window of opportunity is closing for Ultra. Losing those 3 tanks is...
he's picking up more tanks. Oh, he's going to get a vessel here too if he wants.
Oh, he's kind of butchering this a little bit, but now he may just kill the SCV. But Ultra, like, he's got a killer army, but none of it pushes through defilers. He's got 1 vessel. I don't even know if it has energy for an irradiate. Doesn't look like it. So actually, Dark Swarm's just going to hold this easily. But is there a defiler anywhere? There's no defiler.
Yeah,
there it is.
Oh, yeah, okay. He has 1. He does have energy for Dark Swarm, so the first Dark Swarm's going to come down. Cannot push through the natural anymore. He actually has lurkers set up, and there's no detection, so they're actually going to kill everything here and stop the CC from landing.
At least Ultra's going to get his 3rd base up. Muta's in the main tank, so depots is just so annoying. Also, E-bays are exposed. He could kill those. Plus 2 weapon is about to complete, so if he was to pick that off, that'd be huge for him.
Looking for the irradiate, gets it onto the defiler. He's gonna have to push out. And actually, this really triggers the attack. Another Dark Swarm down onto the tank. Tank explodes immediately. The bio's right outside of an east for the lurker to take that out. In the back line, Muta's dealing crazy damage at that 3rd base location. Picks off more tanks with the Mutas. They're crushing it.
These mutas are dealing so much damage. It's absolutely crazy. That vessel doesn't have enough for a radiate. He should run away.
Just a couple of energy off, though, so he does need to run away from it.
He's looking for the irradiate. Meanwhile, Zeke's taking top right. He's got everything going for him. He's got another hatch, another macro hatch. There's like 3.
Oh no, there's the irradiate. Not the greatest split ever. Pulls the muta out finally, but a lot of those mutas are half health. He's gonna snipe the vessel, or at least he's trying to go in for it.
Yeah,
okay, never mind. Get it. Passive visible. Okay, he's gonna get it.
He's paying attention.
Another Dark Swarm. Lots of damage done to that bio, but it retreats.
I'm looking to see, does Zeke have an Ultralist Cavern anywhere? I don't see it, so he's still stuck on Ling Lurker for now, but he's survived. He's got double evolution chamber also. He needs to start his upgrades though, because Terran's at +2 weapon now. That's going to be a huge spike for Terran. Plague hits everything. The Defiler is disgusting.
Oh god, the entire bio ball just gets blown apart. There's another force coming out through the middle of the map. It's got no tanks, but a vessel. I think Zeke's getting a 4th base up behind us, so looking pretty good.
Yeah, and the vessel count is not very high. Mutas are still killing depots. He's going to supply block. Ultra pretty soon. It's 100 supply versus 100. 2 tanks are pushing through, but with Dark Swarm, you imagine that this is going to get picked off pretty easy.
He scourges the first vessel when it
God.
comes forward for the Irradiate, and the Lurkers and Dark Swarm is going to stop the bio in its tracks. Tanks are not going to be able to break through this. Another Dark Swarm is going to come out thanks to that Defiler right here. Gets it down, and with the Lurkers moving forward, the bio has to move backwards. Third base is safe.
And we have more vessels being pumped out. Oh
my God.
He hit everything.
No. Okay, the most disgusting plague. Everything's a fire bat now.
Oh my
It's just
God.
got oceans of red everywhere. Definitely a plague-oo. He doesn't even have to worry about everything. He's just gonna ling it. Disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting. Now the vessel count is slowly getting higher and higher. We're at 3 now, but our tank count just instantly gets killed every time. At this point, it seems like we need to just rally the tanks and just sit them somewhere because they've done almost nothing the entire game. They're going to get pushed back by Dark Swarm every single time. I like that we have drops coming in. Zeki's already prepared for them though, but there is a bit of area that he can go for. He can even elevator through the third base. There's no Scourge sitting there. So that's a potential spot of vulnerability. Scourge going to find a connection, maybe.
Get it. Wow. Okay, I take back everything I ever said, Scourge. Still a little bit of an idle Dark Swarm, just trying to stop Ultra from being able to attack this 5th base. It's super vulnerable, and actually, he's bleeding off a few units here. What's he going for behind this? Is he up to Ultras yet? He's getting Metasynaptic Node. So extra Queen energy coming through, and an Ultra Den on the way.
Ultra just busted through the Ling, Lurker, Dark Swarm. He's got Fire Bats mixed in, so he can actually kill stuff under Swarm. It's not very many. It's actually only 1. But there really isn't much left for Zeki. There's like 3 isolated Lurkers.
He bled off a bunch of units there.
Gosh.
Actually, these Lurkers are getting a lot of damage done. He's got vision. Actually, thankfully, the medic count gigantic. His army is like 70% medics, but they tank the Lurker shots beautifully, and so eventually he pushes through. A drop coming down in the main on the Defiler mound, and oh, this is dealing a lot of damage. He needs a Dark Swarm. Hurry up and save what's left here. The drones all going down here. Tragedy in the main, down to 35 workers. The Lurker pops out, but he needs to burrow under the Dark Swarm, and even that won't clean up an all fire bat drop from Ultra.
But this time, Ultra finding some success with his attack. The drop in the main draws the Lings and Lurkers into the main, and now it looks like the Nat is going to finally get cleaned up, but he's dealt so much damage. He also got the Nidus, so third base is exposed. I'd like to see Ultra reinforce a little more, though. He doesn't have any units at his Nat. He needs to also transfer his SCVs about the mine in the main and the natural. He's got a huge bank, needs to start taking top left or something. Zeki had a huge gas bank, but there's no Ultras anywhere. Wow, he's even going to kill the spawning pool potentially.
I mean, there are Lurkers in the main, but he needs to pick up and go. Whatever happened to those mutas? I think we forgot about him in the upper left-hand corner of the map. Yeah, he just forgot about 6 mutas. Okay, now, remembering, he's going to run back into the main, but he needs to save his own main. Burrow that is outside.
The vessel count's starting to get scary too. What is it, like 4 or 5 now? He's got double vessel pumping out, so it's going to be 6 to 8 pretty soon. BC's coming pretty soon. Those units are still alive.
That's so much damage, actually. He's going to get into an unprotected worker line, and okay, he just evened up the worker count.
So 45 workers for Ultra versus 40 for Zeki, but he has top right running that Ultra doesn't know about. Ultra's Cavern is up there. We lost 2 vessels right there. Another sick plague going off for Zeki. Saving or getting
more vessels.
Another vessel going down.
Wow,
2 vessels going down.
Yeah, so there's only 2 vessels here. Really, really good control. And actually, I think they do have enough energy for Irradiates, but it's a little bit late at this point. Your entire army's plagued. And man, both players just doing the utmost to try to desperately hang on. No more energy for Irradiate after using it on those Lurkers. But those are the last Lurkers, and actually, oh, look at this bio ball just explode. Oh, disgusting.
Plague is a pretty good spell. Here comes another hero drop. And there's only 1 Lurker to defend. He should send those vessels there too. Don't unload on this Lurker. No, 1 Lurker might save the day. Good split. It's actually not that easy to split those Marines instantly like that. He's going to pick off this. Oh, that's a lot of Ultra. That's only 3 Ultras actually. No Dark Swarm.
Yeah, that's the big secret sauce here. These ultras are not fully upgraded. You can see Marines just able to take them out. The tank getting dark swarmed, and so it's going to go down another dark swarm on the bio. It's not being microed out. The ultras are going to kill it. Meanwhile, the base still in tatters from that previous drop. Another dark swarm comes down, leapfrogging forward. But the BCs, they're here. Can't shoot through dark swarm, but once the ultras leave it for no reason, they will die quickly.
Yeah, and +5 not kicked in for Zeke just yet. Meanwhile, the Terran does have +3, so the ultras really will melt pretty quickly. And it looks like the drop is still not cleaned up. We have some type of switch from Ultra, at least going into mines. He's trying to set them up everywhere. Yeah. He needs to get a 4th base, though, because we are literally mining on 1 base right now. Main and natural are completely mined out. Meanwhile, even though Zeke lost his pool and spire, he can rebuild that, and he's still mining on 3 bases. He still has his natural.
Really? You can't. Oh, lays the mine, gets the splat. Nice one. So he does kill that Defiler, cleans that up. The Hydra gets killed. He's going to kill the Defiler den or mound. What? Really? You have to clean up 2 Marines with 2 Ultras? That's how you save your main? So finally, Zeke can actually start mining from his main again, which is weird because, like you said, the main and natural are totally mined out for Ultra. He stayed on those bases for so long that now his opponent's on essentially 4 bases while he is on essentially 1.
Ultra has a gas bank, but Zeke has done such a good job to clear the vessels over and over and over that I'm worried that that's not even going to save him. He needs to get a base. Zeke's taking a 5th base now. He's got the low ground now. The 3rd base.
Oh my god, a huge mine hit on this thing.
Oh, the Ultras come in, irradiate. There's really not that much bio. It may end up cleaning it up, but really not much left for Ultra right now. Supplies are plummeting. It's 80 to 60. Zeke's supply is also plummeting somewhere.
Did he get dropped somewhere? I know he
What
didn't.
happened to the BCs? Are they? Oh, they're just slowly moving across the middle of the map. So Zeke's going to have a hard time clearing these BCs because he's rebuilding his spire since he lost it. So we don't have any Scourge to actually deal any damage to these BCs. Oh my god, we're taking a 4th base. Right,
or are we? I think not. That's actually huge.
Ultra's mined out. He has literally nothing at his 3rd base. It's like at 50 minerals on each patch.
Okay, well, then this is a crucial moment. So Ultra has to either get damage done or find some way to get a breath of fresh air. Don't keep the vessel to the spores. He does save it, just barely. D-Matrix to bust through. I think he is safe here. There's no Nidus there to protect that base specifically. And especially with the D-Matrix, he should be able to get through there. Zerg reinforcements coming through, but there are plenty of vessels. There's no Dark Swarm with this, unless a Defiler comes out, and I think all that gets cleaned up. So this is a big move for Ultra.
Yeah, but I think it's okay for Zeke to lose that. He still has 4 bases. He doesn't need to save that base and still be mining very well. Everything's fine for him. He just needs to get a consolidated army, get Dark Swarm. Look at the bio ball. It's paltry. It's nothing. Even 3 Ultras are just going to counterattack and wipe out everything.
Jeez.
We're mined out.
Yeah, this is it. He's got to get it done now. He kills a base, but that's just not enough damage. He's losing everything back on his side. By everything, I include the minerals. BC's trying to get across, but they're actually just 1v1ing spore colonies, which I think every Zerg in the world wants to see happen.
Ultras in the main. Zerg also wants to see that. Ultras in the main with Terran.
Is that ultimate BM?
That's
killing a player named Ultra with Ultras?
Ultra is going to kill everything. There's only 5 barracks. It's not even that much production.
I'm the Ultra now.
Zeke's just streaming.
That's it. GG. Ultra taps out, and Zeke takes the 25-minute epic with Ultras against Ultra to take game number 1.
Yeah, and Ultra had opportunities to win that game. Zeke was on lair for so long, but we lost so many tanks.
It was crazy.
To mutas. Actually, so many tanks. It's insane.
What a game. That really delivered. And this is the elimination match. So one of these players is gone after this series. We got TT1 waiting for whoever does win this series, but it's super, super clutch. I mean, I think it's safe to say that True Touch looked better than everybody in this group. So now we've got these last 3 players battling it out for our amusement, but only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. The ultimate showdown of Group B is destined. Let's get into game number 2. It's going to be on La Mancha. So if you were watching the G's Weekly earlier, every single game was on La Mancha. I got to see a lot of very, very good series. This one is also going to be very good. It's Zeke versus Ultra. The winner advances on to face TT1 to escape the group. The loser is dead. You die in the Brood War game. You die in real life. Your social life dies in real life. So let's get into it. It's game number 2 on La Mancha between Zeke and Ultra. And here we go in the upper left-hand corner in the blue, playing Terran from Chile. This is Ultra.
And in the top right, we've got Zeke up 1-0. It's one game away from making it out in facing TT1. So La Mancha, we can wall again every position here, so it wouldn't surprise me if we see that from Ultra. We saw yesterday Terror rush the +1 weapon. I would love to see that again from Ultra. +1 weapon so powerful if you can actually get away with it versus mutas. And Zeke's mutas did so much damage. I don't think there'd be any reason to stray away from it. No need to go Ling Lurker, no need to Ling all in or anything fancy. Just play 2-hatch muta.
Yeah, I mean, 2-hatch muta is what we've seen basically every Zerg player go into. And I feel like the Zergs have forgotten the way of the 3-hatch opener. Oh, I love it. So many cool things you can do. The mutas that hit from 3-hatch are slower, but just so powerful. But probably it's going to be the 2-hatch opener. I think also a lot of times, especially when you're in really stressful situations, you just go with the solid build. Can't tell you how many times we watch players try to do something fancy, and yeah, they kind of fall flat on their faces. So I'm guessing same exact thing. What is that, a 12 pool?
It's an overpool.
Overpool.
I'm not really a big fan of overpool unless we're getting gas after it. So we have to wait and see what this is. It's going to be hatch, I'm guessing, as the follow-up, since there's no super fast gas coming in. Now, if he goes 3-hatch, I'd be very surprised, but we'll have to wait and see. It is Zeke. I'm not too sure of his playstyle. We did see Ultra didn't go for a wall. He is going 12 gas, and 12 gas is very powerful on every single map. I especially love it on maps you can wall, but he's not walling, so we have to see if this is going to backfire, because, you know, it does expose you to something like Ling all in. You're going to have to micro versus it very well. Luckily for him, there's still no gas for Zeke. I'm getting a bit worried that this is 3-hatch overpool, which is probably my least favorite build.
Is he really?
There we go.
Okay,
There's the gas. So it's going to be 230 gas. So I'm liking this a bit more now. This is going to be another 2-hatch play with just a little bit more aggression. And honestly, this can flat out kill Terran because they get the factory up and have 1 Marine. And unfortunately for Ultra this game, he did not first scout. He's the first player in BSL9 history to not first scout.
We told him what the
and
scout.
Now he's going to get punished because 6 Lings go into his base.
Uh-oh.
And it's an economic Ling rush because it's an overpool, and he has 1 Marine.
Oh no, and he's sending the Marine out to try to pick off an Overlord.
No, we cannot do that.
If this Marine goes down, I mean, he just has nothing else.
He has nothing. He's not queuing up Marines.
Oh,
Nothing.
no.
He has absolutely nothing. This is the one drawback when you go 12 fact or 12 gas. You just don't have any Lings.
Oh my god.
At least he instantly reacted, pulled back, but it's going to get intercepted.
Oh my god, yeah, it's going to get intercepted. The bunker is not done yet. It's coming up, but it's not in time. The Lings are reigning supreme. They catch 1 SCV. He's going to get another SCV. Okay, it saves itself by microing onto the build command, but he's picking off SCV after SCV. 3 of them go down already. More of them, but the bunker finally finishes. The Marines inside. The base is safe. Oh, actually, he gets another bonus SCV in the mineral line and still has Lings in the main.
Smartly Ultra built.
Oh, he got it.
Oh,
no
wow,
way. Disgusting.
So he got like 5 SCVs there. He's actually got more drones than SCVs now. Everything is amazing for Zeke. He's even got sunken up, so it denies the Vulture. There's no command center for Ultra yet. So, and he's not mining gas. So it's not like he can even transition into something all in like 2-port Wraith. What can he possibly do now? Everything is mega delayed. We've got Lair halfway done. Speed is coming in. He may just overrun the bunker. Oh man, and Ultra's gonna low ground CC.
Yikes. Well, that's optimistic. Man, if you guys missed the ASL finals today, just imagine 5 games of this. Obviously it was different, but kind of the same situation. This is Looking very good for Zeke. He gets in, kills a ton of SCVs, forces an in-base bunker, which is now totally useless, and he's expanding very vulnerably. So what's the follow-up here from Zeke? He's just going mutas?
We're just going muted Ling all in. We've dealt so much damage. Or we can just Ling all in. It doesn't really matter. It's going to be nothing for Ultra. He doesn't even have a vulture outside of the map or outside outside the base to see exactly what's going on. He's playing this like nothing has happened. Low ground CC. He only has 2 vultures. There's 12 links. There's no way he can hold it. If he tries to come down here, he's just going to lose his vultures and CC is going to get denied. This needs to be a high ground CC. Oh god.
Oh, if he kills these vultures.
Oh, he's gonna
lose the vultures against the wall. Stutter stepping the Zerglings, trying to catch them. Epic micro, but is it enough? He picks off one of the vultures. The other one retreats to try to fit inside the bunker. They don't let it in, which is very mean of them. But the SCV's gonna get in, see the nat, and die. Okay, he sees the larvae aren't morphed, so maybe he can tell that there's mutas on the way.
Well, he's going to deny this factory, denied the command center.
Oh my god.
We have no units, so this command center is actually a cancel. There's no eBay. Spire is about to finish, so we're going to have mutas coming out. We have no +1 armor, +1 weapon coming in. Why? Because Ultra's broke on gas. At least he's getting range. That's an eBay right there, I think. Yeah, that is an eBay. So at least he's going to survive on 1 base, but Zeke has full map control now, so he can take a 3rd base if he wants. He's even going to pick off a Goliath. It would have popped out.
Oh, he's still going to get
around.
Oh my god, if he had picked that Goliath, that would be huge. He doesn't, and he's still, he's going to delay the factory a little bit longer. Engineering bay going to get delayed again too. He's just hemorrhaging SCV. He's going to catch the Goliath against the edge of the building factory. He gets it. Ultra immediately gets out the game. Zeke 2-0 over the Chilean Terran Ultra.
Yeah, not Ultra's day. First game with all the tanks getting picked off, and now the Goliath getting picked off. Not scouting first. You know.
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, it was all downhill from there. Wow, what a way to start off or to end our elimination match. Ultra is out of there. He once again is eliminated in the round of 16, so at least he's doing just as well as he did last season, but he's not making it any farther. And that sets up Zeke versus TT1 for our final game of the night.
And TT1 got massacred earlier, like it was ugly. And hopefully TT1 can turn it around, because those first 2 games, not the greatest. We need to hold position a little better, and we were out of position every single time.
You got to Google the ways to wall in on Liquipedia and see how to make sure we don't move our zealots out and let all the Zerglings in. To be fair, True Touch is another caliber of opponent. Clearly, he's just super galaxy brain, totally deserves to be in the round of 8. But who deserves to follow him? Well, that remains to be seen. Is it TT1 or is it Zeke? We're going to take a quick break before we find out who is going to advance on to the round of 8, so that we can take some time to assimilate all this greatness, so that you guys can take time to support the BSL on patreon.com/bombastic. And then we'll all get back here as soon as we are all refreshed and rehydrated for the final series of the night to find out which player is going to advance on to the round of 8 from Group B. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back for the final best of 3 of the night, Nyokin.
Yeah.
It's all come down to this. And Subway doesn't open for an hour and 30 minutes, so let's hope that this best of 3 lasts just the longest. I don't think that it will. It's ZVP, so maybe we get one of these epic 30-minute games. Maybe not.
Usually ZVP actually does last a while. If they don't die of the mass hydras in the beginning, you get into this mid-game phase where Protoss can't really kill Zerg because they're sitting on sunken Hydra Lurker waiting for Hive Tech.
So then the Protoss has to go like Reavers and get super late game.
Yeah, and then you get into super late game. So we could have 3 games go an hour and a half. I'm hopeful for it. And we've got TT1 who's really good PvZ, even though he got kind of just picked apart by True Touch, but he's going up against a monster macro player in Zeke.
But Zeke, he's still coming back. He's not in his final form yet. I think it's easy to look at TT1 and his innovation that maybe will pull him through here, but he kind of fell apart in the first series. Like, let's not forget that. We got to see some walls with Zealots in the wall. Stay in there.
Yeah.
Okay?
We got to get a cannon up is what we need.
Oh, yeah. Cannons are good, too. Excuse me. I'm actually dying here. I mean, not really. Just kidding. Kappa. We are about ready to get into our game. It's game number 1 of the last game of the night. And it's TT1 versus Zeke to find out which player is going to advance on to the round of 8 and which player is out of here. Can Zeke live up to the hype, or can TT1 take it home? And here we go in the upper right-hand corner in the red, playing Zerg. From Hungary, this is Zeke.
And the mid left, we've got the blue Protoss, Canadian hopeful. It is TT1. So we saw Gateway expand from him so far. That's pretty much his go-to build, but didn't have success with it at all versus True Touch, just basically dying 2 Lings in both games.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's either fixed this or he's going to go into a cannon expand, which has kind of fallen out of fashion. I've been seeing more Gateway expands these days because you don't want to give map control to Zerg for free from the get-go. And he also lost his probe pre 3 minutes both games. So we definitely need to fix that because that's kind of leading to these all-ins that TT1's not being able to hold off.
Yeah, and I feel like TT1 really needs to kind of go back to the basics a little bit. Everyone knows he's kind of creative, but let's dial it back a little bit. Dare I say Forge expand? Okay, I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. But for Zeke on the other side, okay, let's see. Is this a Forge expand? Probably not.
It's gonna be gate expand.
Yep.
This is TT1's go-to build, and
For
we
sure.
do have full wall off with the gateway and forge on the bottom, and it is a small entrance, just like on Sylphid. He just needs to put a couple zealots on the top, but we saw him put just a couple zealots on this Escalade, and the gateway and cannon never got up, and the gateway got picked off. Now we do have Zeke with what I think was an overpool, so. This is going to be a more economic early Ling pressure. He's going to be able to deal with the Zealot pretty easily. Again, TT1 gets off a first scout, so he's going to be able to deny this hatchery going down for a while. This is great.
He's going to be able to delay it, like you said.
Well, we got the first hit off.
Yeah, I think this, drone wins.
Oh, no.
Here.
Oh, no. No. Okay. Thought we weren't watching for a second, and we were going to just actually get surrounded by 2 drones.
I mean, that's the problem. TT1 lost his first probe in, both games at 3 minutes, 3 minutes 30 seconds, something like that, aka way earlier than you want to. Still a successful block on that hatchery. Might trigger him to take a natural somewhere else, probably not. I think the third here is pretty risky. Probe gets into the main, sees that nothing is out of whack, still no gas, and I think that timing, okay, yeah, there it is, right as I say it. It's going to come down, and the probe will be able to see that timing.
Yeah, standard gas timing for Zerg. We've got a second Zealot coming out for TT1. If you think back, I think Escalade was 1 Zealot expand. But this is a second Zealot for TT1. He's playing more defensive. He needs to get a Forge up because Lings are coming again, and we're already waltzing by. Hopefully he can control this a little bit better. Third Zealot should push all these Lings back easily.
Probe's still coming out here. It's going to see the timing on that. And he did actually just go take the third base straight up. So this is that 3-hatch gas build you were talking about not seeing a lot of previously.
Here we go. Third Zealot comes out, and now Zeki's got to turn around. We do have the third hatch at mid-right. The Lings are just being super annoying.
I
They
mean,
can find the angle.
Oh,
on
he
that one.
pulls back the wounded Zergling at 1 HP. Nice. I like it. Block with the Forge. But, I mean, it's only 4 Lings, so he doesn't have to worry about much. Are there 2 more coming in behind this, or is that an Overlord? I think it's just an Overlord.
Yeah, I think it is also just an Overlord. We got a 4th Zealot coming out. Meanwhile, back in the main of TT1, he's just now starting gas. We have the lair just starting for Zeki. Everything is going very well for him. With the Forge coming up, Cannon should eliminate all the Lings, or at least,
I mean, this is about the most normal start to
we finally had
TT1 game.
We finally get a normal straight game. It's not going to be a Ling all in. We don't see any more Lings being produced by Zeki. He has speed coming in just to kind of deal with the Zealots once they push out.
Are we just going to see a normal, like, 5-hatch game out of...
No, it's not going to be 5. We had Zeki build 7 in his previous game.
Oh, you're right.
So it's going to be at least 6.
All these Zergs, they're figuring out just how many can I, how many hatcheries does it take? Will I make? Whatever, I don't know. And finally, we see the 5 Zealot move out. I think this is just enough to push the Lings back and try to get out onto the map, but it's certainly not going to be as scary as you would think. He's got a good SimCity outside his natural... Does he? No, he actually has no SimCity outside his natural. Never mind. But a bunch more Lings have been produced, so he should be able to catch these Zealots in the middle of the map.
Well, 5 Zealots are going to be very powerful. Speed hasn't kicked in just yet. The Probe is also here with the Zealots, and they can actually deal a lot of damage in combination with this Probe. He needs to make sure that the Zealots don't get surrounded like that. He's going to have to micro his heart out. One goes down immediately, but he traded pretty well. I don't think Zeki actually has enough right now. TT1 can potentially get behind the mineral line.
He's got more of those Zerglings on the way. He's trying to get up the ramp, but he gets pinched against the wall. More Lings coming in from the main are going to do a nice surround on a couple of these Zealots. The Lings abide. The Zealots get trapped on the ramp. One of them will get in to maybe get a little bit of scouting information, but they are all dead, and that does not bode well for TT1. A ton of Lings now out on the map.
Yeah, but it forced out a lot of Lings, so that's not bad. He loses all of his Zealots, though. Probe did see mid-right, and he's going to see that there's no extra macro hatches there. He does have to be careful to not get overrun by Ling Muta again, because the Muta or the Spire is about to finish. It's about 80% of the way done. We have +1 weapon coming in for T20. He's got Stargate, but no Stairs out just yet. He's also started his Citadel pretty quickly, so this is setting up to be like a DT follow-up, or it could also be Zealot Archon with maybe some Stairs. We see it's going to be 4-gate for him, so actually this is kind of a quick follow-up. So actually I think this might just be Mass Zealot with Sair follow-up.
I mean, it looks that way, especially with the Citadel. The only other thing that you could do is go for some sort of like Sair DT kind of play, but that's a little ancient by this time. Scourge are coming out, so everything's totally normal. I really wanted to see some way to get mute, as I always do, but this ain't it. So he's going to lock things down a little bit more on 3 bases, and there's 2 more hatcheries on the way. But will he stop there?
Yeah, this is Mass Zealot and Sairs, because we've got speed coming in. +1 weapon should line up perfectly with the speed. Maybe speed is a little bit too fast, but overall, this is going to be a super powerful hit, because Zeki really doesn't have anything. If we think back to the previous series we saw of Zeki playing ZVP, he powered extremely hard. He had like 1 sunken at his 3rd base, had absolutely no defense, got away with 7 hatches, and then of course he macroed like a madman. Still, 2 sunkens is basically the same thing as 1. There's really not much defense for Zeki, so this timing that T1's going for, I think, is just designed to catch someone like Zeki who's powering a little bit too hard. He's going to come out with like 12 Zealots with +1 and speed. It's going to be absolutely... I don't know how Zeki's going to hold this, because I think he's going to continue droning. He's got 36. Maybe he won't continue droning since he has 36.
I mean, that's just quite a bit. He's going to... I don't know what the plan is here. He might catch the Corsair. Gets it! No way! Those Scourge like reached out with their little Scourgy arms and grabbed it. But now here comes follow-up number 2. This is that Mass Ling push out that you were talking about. +1 and legs are not quite done, but they will finish up here in the next few seconds.
Is that there's no anti-air, and the Sarah went down, and mutas are coming out. But actually, I don't think there's that many mutas. Speed has kicked in. We've got, I think, 9 zealots moving across the map. It looks like they want to bust mid-right, +1.
That is not the place to bust. It's double sunkens with tons of lings.
Yeah, but we got +1 weapons, so these lings should die very quickly. But those zealots have to go up also. Okay, he's actually just going to turn around. Ooh, we're move commanding.
Yeah, and a little sandwich taking a bunch of hits. It's just a ancillary shield damage, but I mean, it does soften them up a little bit, especially for the mutas here. Catching these zealots in the middle of the map, perfect positioning for Zeke.
Perfect, and catch all of these zealots. There's no Sares out, I guess, to defend the Mutalist just yet. He's going +1 armor. The Temple Archive was delayed quite a bit, so there's no Archons to follow up like we saw Dragon go far. Zealot Archon would have been an amazing timing because they could have ranged the Sunkens from a distance, but not able to go for that. He's got a lot of Sares now. He's almost got +1 weapon himself. Zerg has +1 armor though, so we're gonna have to get like 7, 8, 9 Sares if he wants to deal with the Mutas. Meanwhile, Zeke is transitioning into Hydras. He's got range, or he's got speed coming in. He's got range damage coming in.
Yep. What do you think? Do we have 7 hatcheries? Is the big question.
No, it is actually 5.
It's only 5. All right. I'm not going to say I called it because I actually then did actually think that it was going to be more. Okay, 6. Fine, 0. God. Anyway, it's at another base. So 4th base coming up here for Zeke. And the Mutas catch the Corsairs.
So there's the Archon.
Yeah, but the Archon is king here. Oh no, he scourges another one in his face.
Yeah, but how do we defend?
Watch him get another one. He scourges
got
1 and 2.
2.
Gets it with the bounces. What?
He's gonna pick off that too.
Yeah, the
gonna
Archon's
get all of
AFK. Where'd the Archon go?
He got all of them. Or he's gonna get all of them. He may even kill the Archon.
Didn't even take an Archon shot. The control group here for the Corsairs is just non-existent. He just dodges the Archon, easy peasy, nothing in the air for TT1.
But there's a hole, and Zealots are zooming in on top of those Sunkens, and these are +1 Zealots. They can deal with Lings very easily. There's 8 mutas, sure, they deal a lot of damage. But once the Archon finally syncs up, it should be able to deal with these Mutalists. He's gonna wipe out the Scourge almost instantly.
Just need to keep that Soul Corsair alive, but the Archon is king here.
Oh no, he got caught! The Hydras are getting free damage on it.
Hydras deal full damage to the shield, so Archons pop pretty quickly. It does pop the Archon, and that means this push is over. Some damage being dealt by the somewhat immortal Zealots, but the Mutas are going to clean everything up.
Mutas and Hydras clean it up easily. All we really lost were 2 Sunkens and a forced drone pull. So Zeke in complete control of this game. Behind this, it's not like TT1 took a 3rd base at the same time. He's building up a 7th gate. He lost all of his Sares, so he's continuing to rebuild them. We've built like 8, 9 Sares now, and they've killed almost nothing.
It's been also primarily like Scourge hits, so the micro is just like a little off. TT1, he's trying to go into High Templar here. Those are going to get sniped. He doesn't care at all about the Mutas here because they have already done a million billion damage, and that's only like 3 Corsairs, so he doesn't even have much to worry about.
We have Storm coming in for the Protoss, but it's only halfway done, so there's a real window of opportunity for a Hydra bus to come in, but that's a ton of Zealots, so maybe not. But regardless, we don't even have that many Storms to begin with, so I'm not even too fearful of an engagement here for the Zerg. Here come a lot of Zealots. That's actually not that many Hydras, so he does turn around. Protoss also turns around. But look at the drone count. It's 46 for Zeke, so his econ is actually just bonkers. It's 50 for TT1. There's still no 3rd base going for him. He's at least on top of his upgrades. +2 weapon is about to finish.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, I mean, this is just... Everything is so far ahead for Zeke, so far behind for TT1. I think he finally is going to sync up here once the Storm finishes. He's got a couple of Storms there, and obviously that's a great way to deal against Mutas. What I would love to have seen is a Dark Archon. I think that absolutely you pop the Mutas. That's a huge momentum swing, or you can catch these gigantic clumps of Hydras. Either one of those sounds good.
Oh no. 8 gate is going up, but the thing I see here is Robo just started. I don't know if we have lurkers for Zerg, but if they do, we have nothing to deal with.
The
lurkers.
aspect's not done yet.
Oh,
it's
Sares
close. Yeah, the stairs keep getting popped. He does storm the mutas. That one looks pretty good. He wants to storm the hydras, but it's not even that great. They dodge most of it. The mutas will pick off the corsairs. They'll pick off the high templar. They'll pick off basically everything. The zealots are not long for this world. They're going to have to try to turn around. But even that is just going to be retreating with tails between their legs.
One Hydra pulled like 10 zealots to the left side, and then Hydra's just picked off 4 or 5 zealots for free. Now TT1's got to run away again. He's continuing to try and build up his army. He's now starting to go into goons, but he still has no third base.
Is one storm.
He has one storm. He lost all of his temples, and he lost all his stairs again.
Yeah, so TT1 knocked back to the Stone Age. Good luck getting a third base at this point. Zeke's just running away with the game. He's got 6-7 hatcheries, and he is just pumping nonstop. Hydra Lurker at this point. He does a big round of 12 Lurkers morphing.
Even supply for Zerg versus the Protoss player. Actually, Zerg is up a little bit, so you never want to see that. That was how many Lurkers? Was that 12 Lurkers?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and we don't have an Observer out yet.
Wait, really?
Observatory's not even done.
It's not even done.
50% done.
Are you kidding me? Okay, well, the Lurkers are pretty good. And honestly, these mutas are just pretty good here, too. There's no storm. He splits them preemptively. He's running on top of the High Templar. He kills the last one. Actually, no, there's one more still alive there. And it is not long for this world. Oh, my God. Everything going Zeke's way.
He's got 4 bases. Protoss is about to mine out in their main. He's struggling to get up to third base. There's still no Observer, so these Lurkers just reign supreme. Going to deny this third base again. Observer is desperately trying to get out, but it's not out just yet. Hydra's streaming across the map. Lurkers repositioning.
Nice storm does catch the Speedlings and the Lurkers trying to move in, but there's just a billion Lurkers here. The Dragoons are going to abide for a little bit, but the cannon's going to go down, and that will leave all of the detection here, except for one Observer, which is going to get sniped by a Hydra, maybe. Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's so close. He gets it.
Yeah, and that's probably just going to be it for TT1, because he's mined out of his main now. We can't take our third base. There's nothing we can do. We only have one storm. There's so many Lurkers still. There's 8 production. He has a lot of money, but
I mean, he's mined out.
We have like 2 more rounds of production, and that's it. Meanwhile, Zeke's fine. He's on 4 base. He's got 2-1 upgrades also, so he's matching the upgrades of the Protoss.
Oh, look at this Lurker flank. They're coming in from behind. Get the burrow off. Storm is okay, but there's just a billion Lurkers, and there's just nothing here for the Protoss. TT1 is struggling. I don't know how much longer he can stay in this game, Nyokin.
Hydra's going to cut off the goons. Lurker's going to reposition, and that's it. GG.
Damn. Wow. Okay. All right, TT1. Mission accomplished. They had a decently long game. We just need TT1 to win the next series, take us to a game 3, and then the subway will be open by the time the series ends. What a day it's been. Actually, some very, very fast matches. I guess there were a lot of Zerg players here, so you could kind of maybe predict that. But yeah, TT1, really uncharacteristic. Corsair control is a little bit off. He kept getting them scourged right and left. The Muta control was fantastic for Zeke. I think that's just always been the case. So at least that looks super good. It's hard not to predict TT1 at least making round of 8 after his round of 4 finish last season. But even though Zeke's newly back, he's back.
Yeah, and he looks good. His Scourge control, getting those stairs, actually crazy. And then the Muta switch is perfect. And TT1 kind of just looks off today. His micros, not the greatest. I liked the build, but I would have liked it more with the Archon. In the Scourge, even though they didn't get the first connection, they scouted the 4 gates coming up. So when you see the 4 gates up that fast, it can only be a Zealot timing. So I think that TT1's actually kind of in trouble versus Zeke, because it just doesn't feel like anything is going right for him. There was also a moment where one Hydra drew 10 Zealots all the way to the left side.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, the entire rest of the army just pushes up.
Yeah.
And then there's no Zealots with it. You're like, well, what happened?
You just lost it all. Oh, this is a nightmare, really.
Okay, well, let's see if TT1 can wake up from the nightmare and astrally project himself into the dream world of victory here in game number 2, or if Zeke's going to 2-0 his way into the round of 8, making an epic comeback. So let's get into game number 2 on Neo Sylphid. Okay, here we go. In the blue, on the left-hand side of the map, in the Protoss race. This is TT1. God.
At bottom right, we've got the Red Zerg, 1 game away from making it to the round of 8 in his first BSL. It is Zeke.
That'd be dope. That's like not quite a Royal Road, but like, you know, we're starting to feel it. Actually, no, he's been in BSL season 4, so it's not a Royal Road. Damn. But it's still pretty darn hype. Love to see him back. Glad that he's practicing and having good results. But TT1 might just have to lay the smack down right here. Say, look, I'm the round of 4 player. You haven't been in the round of 4 ever, so let's see if he can do it. I think the early game looked much better from TT1. You know, he's wall off. He defended against the Lings. He pushed out with those 5 Zealots, but it's kind of all downhill from there.
Yeah, the 5 Zealots were pretty nice, but after that, I did like the follow-up, but as soon as we lost our first Sair, kind of just all downhill. From there, would really like the Archon follow-up more than the Sair, but we have to see how it goes. It's going to be another Gateway expand from him, another overpool for Zeke, so identical openers. Now, last time on Sylphid, we only saw 1 Zealot, or no, that was Escalade. We only saw 1 Zealot with the expansion, but we have to see how many he wants to build this time. With the overpool, he's going to need to build at least a few to make sure he doesn't have the Lings run by for a 3rd time today.
Yeah, that is continually dogging TT1 today. It's not, I mean, it's easier said than done, right? It's not like you just put the Zealots there and then the Lings never get it. But it's been difficult today. So everything kind of playing out exactly like you'd expect, denying the hatchery here. Not the best denial. Let's see if he turns around for the pylon. Nope, just going to let it get up and scout the main.
Now, how many Lings does Zeke want to build? Because in a lot of pro games, I see them build like 2 to 4. But we saw Zeke last time just build 6. So we'll have to see, is it going to be 4 Lings? Is it going to be 6 Lings? It is all 6 Lings. So just like last time, Zeke is going to test TT1 Zealot control. And there is a little bit more, I think, area to get by than on Whiteout. So he's going to have to be very careful. First, Zealot is actually moving across the map. I'm already worried. Well, he's about to intercept 4 Lings. And 4 Lings will beat 1 Zealot unless he can get behind the minerals.
What about the dodge chance from the doodad?
It's going to intercept 5 Lings even.
Oh my god, okay.
I think it's already dead.
Oh man, that Zealot's coated in butter. Not dead, but certainly can't do anything. It's not going to scout. It's not, the best thing it does is occupy these Lings' time. He's trying to find any sort of terrain to snuggle himself up against, but I think the Lings still catch it.
Yeah, another Zealot is coming across the map, but this Zealot is gonna fall, and it's not gonna even kill a single Ling. It is at least drawing them all out of position, but I think Zeke knows that, so he's built a few more additional Lings that should be able to deal with it. What? Oh, I thought that actually killed everything. I didn't even see the Lings.
Yeah, so 1 Zealot comes in. It's not that scary. I say that, so about to go probe. They do finally kill the Zealot, but the rest of the Lings come home, and so that means the Zealot is probably not long for this world. The Ling chasing the probe actually does scout the wall in and sees that, you know, A, there's only 1 Zealot back home. B, no forge just yet, and he did actually tuck it in there, so he's going to trade pretty well with that 2nd Zealot.
Yeah, but 6 Lings are coming across the map. There's no wall at the top. Oh, actually, look at that slick positioning with the gate and Zealot and probes that can wall off the top.
I didn't even know that was possible.
I didn't know that's possible. Oh no!
Oh, he gets through somehow. He snipes the probe and he's in. He's in, Nyoken. How many cannons we got? How many cannons we got? Huh? We have no cannons?
We have 1 cannon.
Oh my god. Well, history repeating itself once again. Lings in the Protoss main base. TT1. He can't get away from it.
So speed is coming in. Luckily for him, it's not completed yet, so it's not going to be havoc until about 45 seconds from now, but Lair is about halfway done for Zeke. We're going to have a Spire coming up pretty soon. Zealot is going to try and get some damage on it. I actually think it's snuck across the map, and Zeke doesn't realize it.
Oh, he's going to snipe the Cyber Core. I thought he was just going to go kill it. There are a couple of, I mean, that's a good Zealot to have, but I love how the drones are just mining in your face. because they don't afraid of anything. Maybe they should.
Ooh, Zealot gets a kill. That's nice.
Okay, I gotta put some respect on that Zealot in the mineral line. He needs to get in here.
We need a cannon. Speed's about to finish, man.
Yeah, once the speed finishes, these Zerglings go from deadly to deadly-er. The Zealot already pretty deadly. He's gotten one drone kill. He might get a second one, but I mean, that's going to be tops. The Zerglings take it out. And that is that for that Zealot. On the other, oh wow, he actually has another Zealot at the third base getting drone kill. That's a little bit surprising. So we're playing kind of like Rat Dota, but with Starcraft's Zealots. They're trying to deal as much damage as they can, all the while defending against these Lings in the main.
Well, he forced out a lot of Lings with these Zealots. He's actually up 10 workers. The cannon is going to get up pretty soon. Lings are dealing so much damage. Gets another probe kill, almost gets another one, but at least he keeps these two Zealots alive. Also, he does scout that it is a Stargate follow-up, but actually, I think TT1 has done a good job here trading these two Zealots that ran across the map, forcing out so many Lings.
Yeah.
Now he's going to transition into a normal game, and Zeki's not going to be able to have the same econ as he did last time.
Okay, dare I say, we have stabilized. No, there's Infinity Lings streaming across the map right now. It's not Infinity, it's a lot, but two cannons up. He's okay. Now, here's the quest for TT1. How do you find the H key on your keyboard? Because that wall is wide open again. Oh, he's gonna try to pick off his Zealot. He almost got it. He could actually just run right. No, he can't run through with 4 Lings, but the door is open.
Yeah, but Zealot's moving across the map before Spire is completed. Is going to force out even more Lings that Zeki doesn't want to build. TT1 has a good worker advantage. Sure, Zeki has 3 bases, but he only has 4 hatch right now. A lot of times you see the 4th and 5th hatch come up pretty much at the same time. So you can already see how much damage TT1 is actually dealing with these initial Zealots. Armor instantly for Zeki. Scourge again. He wants to scout and evaluate, I guess, what TT1's going for. He's only seen the Stargate. Really, he doesn't know if it's fast Citadel or exactly what this is. There is also no Citadel yet. So curious what we're going to actually see. Okay, there's Citadel now. But no fast gates like last time. Last time we had 630 gates, 3 of them coming up.
Yeah, last time it was that big speed +1, all hitting, and then the wheels kind of fell off. The Corsairs died, the Zealots died. It was not working. So see if you can get the first Corsair with the Scourge. Cannon's only halfway done. I think he actually probably could have camped there, but better to not lose the Scourge, get all this good scouting information, and you might actually be able to come back and hit the Corsair.
Yeah, he sees that there's no gates, so he knows that he's not under any threat of Zealot pressure just yet. I don't know if he saw the Citadel, but regardless, if there's not mass gates coming up, just one sunken and some good positioning or drone drilling will be more than enough to fend off Zealots. So I'm liking Zeki's response. I'm liking his position. He's droning really hard after this. Stargate is continuing to build stairs, so he's really trying to get up to that critical mass of 7 or so.
Yeah, this is how you don't lose your first Corsair. Obviously, it sucks to not have the scouting information, but when you bust out with like 4 or 5 +1 Corsairs, that's pretty scary. So let's keep an eye. +1 is about halfway done. It's a little bit further for the ground weapons and speed. So everything should kind of hit right around the same time.
We've got Archive coming in. This is not super fast Citadel or Archive, so the chances of it being Dark Archon is pretty low. Also, don't expect there to be DT unless it's just one. Try and get some harassment off later. Sares are moving out, but Zeki has been pretty dangerous with his Scourge the entire game, so he's got to be careful. It's only 3 right now. I think there's a 4th trailing behind. There's a Spore, so that's going to push them back.
Yep.
But 4 is not going to be able to deal with Scourge, so I'm a bit worried that they're about to get intercepted.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to overmake, but oh, he loses 2 just straight
3.
up, and he loses 3. What? I mean, like, okay, well, look, this is history repeating itself. He loses almost all of the Corsairs. Is this going to trigger a Muta follow-up? Yes, it is. 9 Mutas on the way.
Well, now that you kill 3 Sares for free, of course you're going to kill Mutas. What's Protoss going to do? They're going to be scrambling to get up more Sares, or they're going to try and skimp on them and try and get out Templar, and Mutas just pick off all of them unless the Sares are critical mass, which you know they're not going to be. Zealot's going to get surrounded by Lings, everything falling apart for TT1. This time he's also going +2 weapon instead of +1 armor quickly, so his units are actually very fragile to the Hydra +1 quick +1. Everything is going wrong.
Yes, it is. I mean, you can hold on, but for how long? The mutas are always going to be there. He's never going to catch up with Corsairs, probably. And once Templar come out, I mean, they're just waiting to be sniped. And this looks a lot like the last one.
Yeah, Zealots are pushed back. He can't pressure mid-right anymore. Zeke's going to put up another Evolution Chamber. He's going to heavy upgrades. He's still on, I think, 6 hatches or 5 hatches. So he's got insane production. He's got more Scourge coming out to try and pick off some more Stairs. I think we're at 3 or 4 right now. And TT1 is in panic mode. He needs to get up more gates, more oh, that's so many mutas. And the Templar are completely out of position.
Yeah, he's just going to snipe either the cannons or the Corsairs or everything going down. He doesn't even care. Zeke's Muta Micro.
Oh,
wow,
no.
so good.
Oh no, he can't storm his own probes.
Is he? I mean, he's trying.
Oh, no!
He starts the probes!
Why?
Oh my god!
Why?
He just killed like 12 probes. Does the kill counter on the High Templar go up if he counts his own probes? No, it doesn't. That's so unfair. It should count if you kill your own probes. He loses so much in the mineral line. And on the other side of the map, actually, here's where things are not going bad. Okay,
oh, there we go.
Damn, dude.
Actually, that's pretty good because now there's not a lot of defense. Right, he wiped out all of the mutas. Sure, he lost a lot of probes, but he's got still a decent amount. He's got 50 probes still. So actually, third base is under threat of getting busted. 2 mutas. That's not a lot of DPS. Zealots are getting on top of all these sunkens. It's +1 Zealots versus Lings that will just get 2-shotted.
Finally, the mutas come back, but that's not them coming back. It's them being remade. You know, the High Templar giveth, the High Templar taketh away.
Look at the supply. It's 50 for Zeke. Meanwhile, 100 for TT1.
Wait a second.
I don't know how you storm your own probes and still up 50 supply, but that's what's happening. And now, you know, 10 of the supply are in mutas right there, which is not critical mass, and that's not really the unit you need. He needs more Hydras right now, unless he's going to use those specifically to pick off Templar.
Another Overlord going down. Is that going to supply block him? No, not quite, but it's still sucks to lose that. He's having to remake a big round of drones here, which is not what he needs. Man, you know, sometimes it always surprises me. Like, obviously, players lose units after fights, but when Zerg loses fights, they just drop tons of supply. So the Corsair count now actually can fight. Oh my god, watch him lose these Corsairs again. He does! 4 for 2. The deal, a sale on Corsairs at TT1 Mart. Mutas are alive. They can still try to pick off High Templar, but I love this one Corsair chasing the mutas back. I'm like, dude, it's one Corsair versus 4 units. Just split them. But
this is so many goons.
Yeah, it's a lot of goons, which are not usually what you want to see in like versus Zerg, but I mean, I guess it works. They're going to be enough to defend the High Templar, except there aren't any High Templar, so nothing to defend.
The Zerg has no Sunkens up. The goons can even hit that high ground.
The Corsair again.
The Scourge are just crazy, but they can pick off that Sunken on the high ground right now. Oh, maybe not. He's going to barely hold, just barely. Look at the supply, 45 for Zeke. Hydras are just now coming up. Well, if you're defending so much there can't be much at the natural because you would have been sending them to defend that third base. So he's going to try and counter this natural now. Zeke way too greedy trying to take this base in. The Hydrogen is exposed. Goons can easily bust down these Sunkens. It's only 1, 2 more in the back, but he can pick off all of the hatches. He can pick off the Hydrogen. Did he really turn this around?
I think he did. He's doubling up in supply. He's pushing through. There's just no units here. I don't know. It's
Zeke's supply block. He can't even build units.
Yeah, and he might even lose these 2 Overlords here. I mean, the Hydras are doing their utmost, but the Zealots keep rallying. And I think this is critical mass. This is the Soul Train. We're just rallying across the map and expanding behind it. TT1 is crushing it.
He is crunching it. He's going to kill this exposed hatchery. He's going to also be able to pick off the Nat. He doesn't even have to go in on those Sunkens if he doesn't want to. But he does want to. He wants to end this game rapid and go to game 3. Of course
he loses the last Corsair. I mean, at this point, the Corsairs are just being made to bait TT1 into building Scourge, wasting that money. That's it. Zeke gets out of the game, and TT1 brings it back off of some amazing Corsair micro. He crushes it and takes it down. How did that happen? Because, like, when we last left our heroes, if I'm not mistaken, TT1 was losing every Corsair. Mutas were killing everything. He's storming his own probes. He's losing them all, and then he wins the game. So
I guess the Zealot pressure and forcing out those lings dealt more damage than you thought, because the econ, you were expecting it to be much better for Ziki.
yeah,
And it just wasn't.
it was really bad.
We stormed like 10 probes and we still had 50. You're like,
Yeah, you're
what?
right.
Where did all of the supply come from for TT1? So even though these games have been a disaster for TT1, now he's made it to the last one. Now this is the only one that he needs to not be a disaster.
Yeah, okay. So
if-
we've gotten the disasters out of the way. It's time to reboot up our Corsair micro script. we got to turn that one back on, man. Because wow, do you feel like a winner after that game? I don't know. I feel like I just try to forget that game ever happened. Clear your mind. Get into the final game of the series, because this is it. It's the last map of the group. One of these players' career is over. We'll never speak their name again. They're banned from all tournaments. It's all on the line here. 100,000 esports dollars for one more match. No, but one of these players is in, one's out. Let's find out who it's going to be. The map is La Mancha. It's TT1 versus Ziki. To find out which player will advance on to the round of 8, which player is eliminated from BSL Season 9. All right, here we go. In the upper right-hand corner, in the blue playing Protoss from Canada, it's TT1.
And in the bottom left, we have the red Zerg. It is Ziki. So Rapid, I got a question.
Okay, what's up?
The Sares, they're not working. So I have an idea.
What do you
think of it? We go Sare, we build one Sare, okay? We rush Temple Archive. We get hallucination.
No.
And we just send out hallucinated Sares. So he suicides.
Scourges
He
the
scourges
Corsairs.
hallucination. Then he thinks, I got him now. I got him. I can go mass Muta. Then he runs into mass Zealot Archon.
You hallucinate Mutas too. No. I mean, I haven't seen hallucinate in a cool minute. I think the only time I ever see hallucinate is when you hallucinate arbiters for recall. And I don't know if we're there yet. Arbiters in PVZ. Look, if anyone's gonna do it, it's TT1. Maybe Bonnet or something stupid. But, that's one way. My thought is, okay, you're losing the Corsairs. What if you go 2 Stargate? Okay,
Then we just lose it twice as fast.
No. Then you build them twice as fast after you lose them. It's all about your state of mind. It's about your perspective. God, you'll never keep Corsairs with that attitude, Nyokin. Okay, so let's see. There's a lot going on to unpack about this series, but this is La Mancha, okay? It's got that wacky high ground windmill in the middle, but for all intents and purposes, it's a pretty standard desert 4-player map. So we gotta look for a couple of things. Like Corsair control is obviously one of the big ones. But I actually want to see a return to this 5-hatch Hydra kind of play. I think that is kind of the bread and butter build, and I haven't really seen Ziki go for it. He always tries to catch the Corsairs and go mutas because his muta control is so good. And even though it's worked out every game, you can't always count on that.
Yeah, we've got identical builds so far. We've got Gateway expand, we've got Overpool expand from Ziki. So we're going to see the 240 gas pretty soon. This time, how many lings for Ziki? I think 4. So actually,
I think it's only 2.
Only 2. So this is a bit different than last time. We saw 6 in the previous 2 games. So this time, actually, TT1 can get away with only building 1 Zealot and going for Nexus. He doesn't know that, of course. But
well, he's going to know it now, seeing only the 2 lings. He doesn't know where the others are, if they are there. But seeing these 2 should make him feel okay. There's a couple more popping out of the eggs, so it's not like he got away.
Well, this time also, TT1's probe is still alive. So
okay, yeah, this is a big mystery.
Yeah.
He's got 30 more seconds before he can lose it.
He actually sent his Zealots back because I guess he doesn't know where the lings are.
Yeah, you might have thought they were sent across the map instead of just only making 2.
Yeah, so he's just going to stay back, does not want to get backstabbed and let these 4, 5 lings into his base. Meanwhile, Ziki's just playing it pretty normal. Oh, almost gets it.
Oh, he got it. I told you 30 more seconds.
And this is a time where you can do almost anything as Zerg. You can see 2-hatch Hydra if we're in 2001. You can see Mass Ling now. Oh, why?
How does he do it every time? The H key is right between the G and the J on your keyboard.
To be fair, a 1 zealot can't stop that. But it's just like every time the Lings come, they get through. Meanwhile, I do see 3 zealots just spread across, like in the flying V formation. They're just coming in.
They think they're mighty ducks.
Okay, it's actually 2 zealots and 1 probe. Probe can deal a lot of damage. Meanwhile, do we have Lair? It's just speed. It's just speed Ling. Okay, Lair did just start, but that's a lot of Lings being built.
How do you get that late a Lair?
Because we're building a lot of Lings.
Yeah.
We need a cannon, man.
Look, I think he's isolated the 2 key weaknesses of TT1. 1, Corsair control. 2, the ability to press the H key. So that makes Zerglings pretty good. He runs in, he runs out.
Okay, we got 2 zealots. The Lings are turning
Why
around.
are
Okay,
the
actually,
zealots
they're turning
out on
around.
the map?
They're actually turning around to try and fend off this 1 zealot. So this actually lets TT1 know that speed is done. And if speed is done, that means Lair could not have started first. So instantly, we have a cannon coming down. Perfect reaction from him. He finds the 3rd hatch. So I don't think this is going to be Disaster Town.
Okay,
for
4 zealots in the hole.
If Lings get through that, I don't even know what to say. Just call up your Blizzard representative because this is crazy that Lings are getting in this many times.
Yeah, he actually finds out that 1 key on his keyboard is broken. You ever have that happen? You know, old school players pop the keys off their DT35s. Were you that kind of player?
No, I don't.
You got to see Artosis'
I
keyboard.
know, I've seen it.
He's got like 12 keys popped out. There's no English word that he could type with his keyboard. That's how many keys he's missing. So yeah, maybe the H key's broken, maybe not. We're about to find out because there are a lot of speedlings out, and it's all to deny vision. So if he can catch this probe, question mark.
The zealots are out. Okay, they turn around. I'm just getting so nervous.
Oh, he's gonna get the probe.
They're
He
gonna
catches
get
the
the
probe.
probe. Yeah, that's
so
fine.
There's no vision out on the map right now. It's a dark, scary wonderland, and the zealots are not blocking at the natural.
It actually is very scary because this could be like Ling Hydrolin, and if it's Ling Hydrolin with this many Lings buffering damage from zealots, like the Hydras just kill everything.
Yeah.
So TT1 knows that. He's gonna put down
cannon.
Second cannon. He's a little nervous. Behind this, he is going Stargate. He has +1 weapon coming in. It's considerably faster than all the other games, so he's actually gonna have +1 weapon advantage over the Zerg's armor carapace for Mutas. So that's great for him. Instant Citadel again. So this is looking like what we saw on Whiteout. What was the first map that we played? I can't remember. Yes, on Whiteout. So this looks very similar to that. Now I wonder if he'll mix in an Archon this time.
I mean, the Archon did actually do pretty well. It just, the Corsairs were so badly controlled, they all died anyway. So I like the idea. And this is something that like Bonneth and actually even Rain would do quite a bit where, oh, who was it? Was it Gosu Dark that does this? He really loves this Archon, Zealot Archon comp. You don't see it a lot because it doesn't, it does die to some things. Lurkers, for one, really do well against it. But we haven't really seen too many. Well, we saw those 12 lurkers last time. That was kind of a one-off. So let's see if it's that way. I mean, at least if you go that way, you don't lose all your Corsairs.
Well, we have Stairs coming out. Scourger already out. The Overlord or the Lings saw the Stair move out. So this is 100% getting intercepted. I don't think it's possible for it to not get intercepted. Here come the Scourge. They're going to try and find it. Oh, they do. Of course.
Jeez, come on, dude. Look, cancel that +1 air weapons. You'll never need it.
So first Stair goes down.
It's like TT1 thinks his Corsairs are Scourge, but they're not. He's like, I'm going to use my 1 Corsair to kill these 2 Scourge. I'm like, well, I mean, technically, okay, but like, no. Okay, so he's busting out with the Zealots. Let's see how much he can get done here. 2 Sunkens at the Nat.
He's going to have no success here. The +1 is way later than his speed timing. This is more of a standard play from him. He didn't get up super fast gates. It's 8 Zealots moving across the map. So he's going to see the 2 Sunkens. Smart move to instantly turn around. There would have been no way for him to deal any damage. So now Zeke has really gone unhindered. He can do whatever he wants. He picked off the first Sair. This time, I don't see Mutas coming out. So it's most likely going to be Mass Hydras. I don't know. We've got range. Oh, no. Weapon is still going for the Sairs. I thought he was actually rushing range. So we'll have to wait and see. Oh, there goes Mutus. He's now starting to build Mutus, and the Sarah count is not. I don't even know if he has any Sarahs.
What are those guys doing? Those are some very fast zealots. Okay, maybe he's looking for a 4th base. He's going to see it's not there. So it's kind of mission accomplished. But the zealots aren't really doing anything. He's trying to... I mean, what does he expand here? I mean, I think that's a little premature, right?
I don't think he can expand. This looks like another lane Muta timing. Try and just bust somewhere. He at least saw the Mutas this time, and he can get away. So that's great for him. But he needs to build more saves. He's got 4 or 5 now. Storm is done, but I didn't see any Templars yet. We do see range already coming for
Dragoons.
TT1, so he's gonna have a lot of goons. I actually like this a lot.
How many gateways are we on? Is
We've
it
got
just 6? Okay. Yeah, 6. Okay, including the one in the main. But let's see what we can do with the Mutas. There's one cannon in the middle line, but that shouldn't actually work very well at defending here. He also has a bunch of Scourge behind this. So actually a decent Storm, but it doesn't kill any of the Mutas. Here come the Corsairs. He's got 5 of them, so he can try to fight the Scourge, but let's just be real. Half these Corsairs are dead.
No!
1, 2. Okay, only got
Oh, he only got 1.
Oh, wow, he actually didn't kill that Corsair. What? But still, the Corsairs know their place.
Well, it's okay because he's still got good probe count, and I don't think he's going to have much more success with these Scourge. Oh, he does get off a great Storm there. Did he get another one? I don't think he got another one.
I thought he did. How many Corsairs
Regardless,
did he
he's got, he's still got
Yeah, he
4.
did get another one.
Oh, he's got 3. Okay, so the Mutas are at least going to back off. We do have the Hydra switch coming in. +1 weapon is coming pretty soon for the Hydras. +2 weapon is kicking in pretty soon for TT1, though. Range is also going to complete, but he's only on 6 gate. So I'm not sure how big his macro is going to be. Also, blowing those 2 storms means we don't have storm for the Hydras.
Yeah,
and
you're
Zeke
right.
knows that. Also, I don't even see very many Templars out. And he's gas starved, so he can't even build that many.
1 Templar, 2 Templar, something like that. Not a lot. It's mostly Zealot, Dragoon with a few Corsairs. Let's see if this works. I think we're bottling up that pressure, about to explode here. He's gonna Scourge a Corsair right off the bat. The Mutas can fight pretty much everything. Where's the rest of the ground army? He's trying to snipe the High Templar. I guess he gets it, forces out the Storm, and now there's nothing to stop massive amounts of Hydras.
Yeah, there's tons and tons of Hydras, but actually
he actually kills the Corsair with the Hydras.
I still like Protoss's army though, because the drone count is actually pretty damn high for Zerg, and the Goon Zealot combo is still super strong. Also, he's about to have +2, so they're going to be hitting really hard. Now, TT1, we see that Lurkers are coming in. I don't see Observatory just yet, so he needs to get that.
Oh, this high ground is not a great place to fight. Don't want to fight uphill. He has 1 Storm, and I think that's it. Maybe, I think it's just 1. So this is going to be rough if he tries to fight up this high ground. Hiding most of the army here. He actually didn't try to control the high ground here. That's a little bit of a mystery. And so now coming down the high ground, it's a nice arc of Hydras. How good is this Storm going to be? It looks like it's he's lining up for it. He actually can't get the High Templar in range, but the Hydras are being pushed back here. TT1, he's got him on the run.
Yeah, and Zerg has more drones than Protoss has probes, so the army isn't even that strong. Meanwhile, TT1's taking a 3rd base. He didn't use a Storm there. He didn't need to. So he's actually pushing, and his push looks super deadly. A counterattack to the 3rd base, though. But Zeke's under threat of losing his Nat. We're going to have a base trade. 3rd base isn't that important for TT1 if he just kills everything.
The Stairs got killed by Hydras, or at least one of them did. There's only 1 left. The counterattack is good. Is it going to be enough to pull TT1 back? It's not.
I think this is Zeke messing up. Perfect Storm.
Absolutely gorgeous. Hydras are good, but they're going to have to kite for their lives here because they cannot fight this army straight up. More Lurkers morphing into Nat, but are they going to be out in time? I don't think so.
Oh, no. The Zealots of TT1 went too far forward.
Yeah, they died to the Sunken. They're still trying to kill the Sunken, and that means that the Hydras that are coming in are going to be able to stop these. Wow, perfect Storm again. He gets all the Hydras that were coming in for the flank, but the Zealots are able to kill the Sunken colonies, and that means that it's a free kind of buffet here for the Protoss units pushing in.
And TT1's just streaming across the map. Meanwhile, Ziki denied the third, but he's late to reinforce with those units from the back. So actually, Ziki's going to lose his Hydra Den, and then we have no more Hydras. Those are the power punching units. I think he's just done it. There's too much. Protoss supply has plummeted 65 to 100.
What happened to our lurkers? I mean, that's the unit that stops this comp in its tracks.
The lurker upgrade was going. He's got it, but he hasn't been able to get time to morph it.
Yeah, lurkers take eternity to morph them when you need them in a pinch. Now, there's still a lot of Hydras out on the map that are returning from sniping that third base. So, I mean, Ziki did actually do a lot of damage, but he took way more on his side of the map.
Yeah, he lost one of his macro hatches. He still hasn't dealt with the army. He's killed Sares, but they don't matter anymore. He's got to deal with this huge ground army.
He's still remaking the Hydra Den. It's not up yet. He has to fight with drones to just desperately try to hold on. Did TT1 do it?
I think he's done it. There's too many goons. He's continuously sending units across the map. Look at the blue line of death.
He's got no units.
He's in the main now.
50 supply and 30 of it is drones.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect play from TT1. Even though he lost his third base, he knew that Zerg was weak. He knew Ziki powers so hard that he probably had an army advantage. GG.
That's it. Ziki taps out. The legend is back, but not for long. He's gone. And that means that TT1 will advance on to the round of 8 to attempt to reprise his performance from last season. What a god. In the end, both of the TTs advanced. True Touch and TT1 are in the round of 8 now, Naoki.
Yeah, TT1 barely making it out, and Ziki looked good, even though he lost this last game. He could have made it out. TT1 got very lucky in this series. The second game, I still don't know what happened. How we storm all of our pros. We have more than Zerg.
That game is a question mark. I'm going to drop a thinking emoji on that one. But for the most part, it's still really impressive. I mean, think back to those True Touch games. I almost don't remember them because they were so effortless. They just like flowed like water. He just waxed on, waxed off, and shot into the round of 8. So it's going to be super exciting to watch True Touch back in form, or I guess always in form. The GOAT advances into the quarterfinals, and so does TT1, but it's a little bit more of a rocky start.
Yeah, so TT1 makes it out. Nicely done from him, but the games were not the greatest. He got very lucky. The last game looked much better than all the other ones. Like, we just straight up lost to Lings versus True Touch.
Yeah.
But we finally brought it together in the last one. So congratulations to him. True Touch makes it to round of 8. He's looking angry. He wants to just end these people. He's out so fast. How long it take to actually the longest game was a 20-minute game with Ziki. But if we get rid of that, it was like 6 minutes. Then like 8 minutes versus TT1. It was like we're just in and out.
We were
in like,
speed running
like
BSL
20
at
minutes
that point.
in 3 games.
True Touch had dinner on the stove. His wife's like, "Hurry up, or I will turn this computer off. I'll unplug the modem."
Yeah, the modem.
Yeah. That's the way we connect to the internet in 2020. Oh man, what a group. But you know what the best part is? There's more BSL next weekend. We're only done with 2 groups of the round of 16, and there's a ton more Starcraft coming up, so you don't want to miss it. If you thought these games were good, next week's groups are even better. In fact, let's just pull those up for a second here. Okay, we've got them on our screen. I think Zero can throw these up in a second, but we've got Group C and D next week. So Group C is actually the appetizer. It's Gorinich, Dragon, Casper, and Oya. So very strong players all. I think obviously Dragon has had some experience there. Gorinich had a monster season last season. He made one of the most epic BSL finals ever. So it's exciting. And then of course we've got Group D as well. Okay. So we've got Group C. Anyway, we'll talk about Group C. And then Group D is the group of death. Yeah, so Group C, like we said, I don't know exactly what to expect from Group C. I think Gorinich is obviously the favorite after his performance last year, but who do you predict between Dragon, Casper, and Oya?
I like Dragon. Dragon's just really solid. Casper's super aggro, just like Oya is, and playing versus Dragon super aggro, unless he like mispositions goons, it's gonna be really hard for Casper, I think. Oya also hyper aggro, but it could be PvP with him. So I like
you're right.
Casper I mean, I like Gorinich Dragon, but Casper and Oya could also make it out. We saw Casper play versus Lancer X. He had like 5 command centers in one factory, yet he was still outproducing Lancer X. I didn't know what was going on because we had no production, yet he's still getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it though. And also he got away with that fast eBay.
Oh yeah,
despite seeing a 2-hatch.
that was disgusting.
Like he's just getting away with murder. So maybe he can do it again. But
yeah, Group C is going to be great. Group D is Bonneth, DeWalt, Kogut, and Gosu Dark. So holy cow. Big thanks to Mrs. Zero for helping pick the group of death there. It's going to be great. So you do not want to miss that group. Sure, it's 3 Protoss, but it's got 3 of the best players BSL's ever seen. Oh my God. So do not miss these games. They're coming up the same time next week on this channel. So you know how you follow the channel by clicking that little heart button in the top of the screen. So let me remind you guys how you can support BSL. We do want to thank you for tuning in. If all you can do is watch, that's mission accomplished. Tell your friends to watch. Get them out here watching the best StarCraft outside Korea. You can also support the BSL on Patreon, just like STRFKR, aka Star Lover, Striker, Camcheck, Moontank, Spacewalk, Lingam Pump, and LML. And everybody else. And if you want me to read your name on air, give you a shout out, subscribe at $20 or more. We will do that. But of course, a big thanks to all the Patreons, all the subs. I got gifted a sub. You got gifted a sub. Big fan of you guys out there. Thank you so much for supporting BSL. Make sure. Oh yeah, reminder down there below the stream title is that this Friday at 1900 CEST, Zero is going to be doing one of the Patreon goals, and that is a drunk stream with an AMA. And whether or not he will survive the stream because of the alcohol or because of his wife, we'll find out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So a big thanks to you guys for helping out on Patreon. Make sure to cash in your Patreon goal by watching that stream on Friday. And come back on Saturday and Sunday because we've got even more BSL in groups C and D, the round of 16 coming up then. I can't wait, Nyokin.
I can't wait either.
Okay, well, you're going to have to wait because the subway's not open yet. So you
I
can't
do.
Darn it. So here's your mission for next weekend, guys. Make the groups last longer. That's going to do it. So on behalf of myself, Nyokin, Zero behind the scenes, and everyone involved in the BSL crew, thank you so much for watching this weekend. We'll see you back next weekend for even more of the BSL Season 9 Round of 16.